Hello, chat? Are we there? Hello? Good Lord. Chat, are we here? Is anyone here with me right now? Hold me. Oh my goodness. I'm just sharing everywhere so people actually know that we're live. What's going on? Why is Twitter not working? Okay. Chat. I think this is absolutely happening. So, for those of you that haven't seen, I don't know if did you get a like a notification, by the way, that I went live or not? I know I'm on the wrong side, but Tommy's annoyingly left Riverside, so he'll come back any second. Oh, you did get it. Okay, cool. So, I think it's an absolute slam dunk. The rearmost skid is less. It's literally Charles Leclerc in China all over again. I genuinely believe this is gonna be a disqualification for both cars, which is I mean, by the way, the podcast is going to be the funniest thing you've ever listened to, because we were just for the last sort of 20 minutes just I've gone large. Give me a second. Tommy's just rejoining, so it should figure itself out, or maybe not. Oh no, I'm moving everything. Oh. Please, Tommy, come back. Tommy, come back so I can sit. Why am I... For God's sake. Why is it like that? Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me move myself. So there we go. Oh, there we go. He's back. Right. Let me move him. There we go. Cool. And then we just swap ourselves around. Boom. We are live, Tommy, just so you're aware.
Oh, we're live. Okay.
We are live, yeah. All right. There we go. Yeah.
I see it's just come in.
Sorry?
I see it's just come in that they're under investigation now.
Yeah. This is insane. I was just saying to chat that we were, doing the podcast, and it's the craziest podcast I think anyone ever listened to for the last sort of 20 minutes of the pod. We're just like, is this
happening?
Is this happening?
It's not. And then it's like, oh, it is. And then it's like, no, it's not. And then,
this is an absolute slam dunk, in my opinion.
I said
this is China Charles Leclerc all over again. What's that? The Carlos thing, yeah.
Carlos thing.
It's slightly different.
This is different, yeah.
So we're going to be live until we have news, one way or another.
In 4 hours.
They're
definitely going to investigate Liam Lawson's thing first, and then they go through them all in order, don't they? Which is like, please no.
Just do it now. I bet they were reported to the stewards now, I think. So I literally don't see any like excuse for it, because I have gone through this pain, and Charles Leclerc. I love how it's not even the fuel though; it's the skid block.
Yeah, that is wild.
What is happening? So, chat. Let me run it from the start. So, it's funny in the podcast. My dad messaged me, "Lando's under investigation." I'm like, "Oh,"
which we assumed was the fuel thing.
Yeah, which we assumed was the fuel thing.
Do you want to change the thumbnail, or did you?
No, I haven't.
Showing the
it just says watch long.
I sent you one. Okay.
Sorry, yeah, I just went live at ASAP because I thought the news was coming any second now. So why both? Because they both of the rear skid blocks have measured. So it says here, the measured thickness of the rearmost skid was less than 9 millimeters on both cars, which is a disqualification. So it's not just Lando here, chat. It's both cars.
It's both cars. So Max would be ahead of Oscar in the championship now?
Mate, 24 points between Lando and Max with 2 races and 1 sprint to go.
Right, let me change the thumbnail.
Did you guys record the podcast? Yes, Kepler. We had we had done it. It's a great listen, trust me. We will do a bumper episode for the update to talk about the connotations for the championship should it come through. This is wild. And honestly, Tommy, I need the toilet. I'm not going to lie to you. I went live and I need the toilet.
Why did you do that?
Because look, there's 5,000 people in here all wanting the answers, and they come to P1 with Matt and Tommy. So
yeah, true.
Let's think about the people here. We need to all be together as Formula One fans, and just get ready for this potential moment. So I'm going to go to the toilet. Tommy, take over for a couple of seconds.
I will. Let me get YouTube chat actually on my computer so I can see what you guys are saying. But yeah, what an absolute insane thing. Honestly, the podcast, we were there like, well, they're fine about the fuel. And then it changed. And then it changed again. And then it changed again. So we would get... So for anyone joining, where can I watch the investigation? Well, you can't. You can't watch the investigation. They're under investigation by the FIA. They have gone to see the stewards. I will just get the... let's have a look. So, yeah, it would be a double disqualification if it came in. Both McLarens referred to the stewards for skid wear issues. And it's a lot. So we're talking like Ferrari here. At China, basically. So it would be 24 points behind Max. Oscar would then lose 12, and he's ahead of Max by 12, so they'd be level on points. So it'd be 24 points between all of them. Wow. 24 points. Yeah, so it'd be 24 points between all of them with 2 races and sprint to go. Oh my freaking lord. Max is second on count back, yeah, because he'd have... Would he? Yeah, he'd have more second places. No, Oscar would be... Max would be third on countback, I think, because Oscar would have more wins. Oscar's got 7 wins. Yeah. So Max would still be third in the championship. No investigation required. Well, they will do it. This has just gone from like foregone conclusion, what a boring end to the championship, to like, are we back in 2021? Oh my goodness me. What? What does Max have to do to win if the double DSQ happens? Score 24 points more than McLaren. So I don't know if you heard. So obviously if, and as we potentially thinking when, it would be 24 points between all of them.
All 3, yeah.
Max and Oscar would be level on points.
Ridiculous. Paulette, thank you for the Prime. Daniel, thank you for becoming a P1 YouTube member for 8 months. Appreciate you very much. Jackhead, thank you for the super chat. The real question is, Lando at a club right now? I need an investigation on that. What do you mean? I don't know what that means. Alan, thank you for the 300 bits.
Yeah, if Lando's gone, left the circuit, gone out in Vegas.
He's boogieing. He would have known there was a problem. Probably that's why he left. He's like, I'm not going to sit around and wait. Colin, thank you for the super chat. Is it actually both cars or just Norris's car? It's both. It's both. Laura, thank you for the tier 1. Close, thank you for the super chat. Do you think McLaren might be the team that had the rumoured skid block heaters in Brazil? Maybe. Mr. Idiot, thank you for the tier 1. So this is what it's like to be a Ferrari fan. FFS. I know, right? I know. This is crazy. I am frantically.
Yeah, this is mad.
Refreshing. Oh, Bruno's woofing downstairs. He can't believe it either. It'd be quite funny if the guy Luke, Actrol Vision, who plays with Max Verstappen a lot on stream and stuff like that. He has said on Twitter for the last God knows how many months, well, it's not mathematically impossible, is it? ... And he just constantly quote tweets his own thing and just says it each time that Max gained points. I know for a fact if this happens, he's doing another one. Luke Crane,
crazy.
That's the one.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Works for Oscar as well in this scenario, because he lost 6 points to Lando.
Who's that, sorry?
Oscar.
Oscar's the winner in it.
Well,
weirdly.
Max is the winner.
Max is the winner.
But Oscar is a small winner.
It's a small winner, yeah, because he's back in. Oscar's like, oh no, anyway.
yeah, literally. Oh no, I've been disqualified. What a shame. Oh no, I lost P4. This is insane, chat. This is absolutely insane. What are we doing? Kimi, that will go from 17th, or was it 16th to 3rd? Tommy is stressing.
I'm stressing.
Chat,
I'm also.
Is there a social clip being made of when you found out?
Yeah. We'll post it. Honestly, I did the biggest exhale of air you'll have ever seen.
Because chat, like in the
podcast, you were convinced that we were talking about the fuel thing, right?
Yeah,
and then I just read the.
So it's so funny, chat, because I was contemplating baiting Tommy at some point during the podcast to be like, oh, Lando's under investigation, Tommy. Oh my god, I can't believe it. And I was like, I'm not going to do it just because it's just a bit unfair, isn't it? And then Tommy says, he's like, oh my god, both McLarens are. So.
Yeah.
This opens the championship enormously. This makes the next 2 weeks utterly unbelievable.
It's completely changed. Yeah, like we're going in with a race victory between all of them, going into 2 in a sprint.
Stop it.
I mean, even if the planks are fine, which they're not, I think for the good of the championship, they just need to do the right thing.
I will also say, yeah, that's hilarious from you, Tommy. I will say, in this situation, I do feel sorry for Lando because Lando, we spoke about in the pod, did everything he needed to do in the championship to basically just cover this off, finish P2, good amount of points. This is a generational fumble from McLaren should they be disqualified, which I'm pretty sure they will be. This is a generation. Like, do McLaren not want to win the drivers for some reason? Like,
they want to prove that they can win the constructors by a mile, and then be like, yeah, but we don't get the drivers. We've got the best car.
Can you imagine they win the constructors by like 450 points, but don't win the drivers?
It would be a generational fumble. Would it be worse than 2007? Maybe. Be up there.
Yeah, there was a lot of sparks. A lot of sparks indeed on Oscar Piastri's car. So do you reckon it wasn't actually a fuel issue and they suspected a plank problem? Maybe McLaren or something? I don't
know. No, because then they'd have told, maybe that it was that bill.
Yeah, they would have told Oscar to slow down as well, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Wow.
Guys, we need to talk about double Haas points, LeMayo. No, we don't.
That is the biggest. That is the biggest talking point right now.
Yeah. Andromeda. What possible excuse could they give? Nothing. I genuinely cannot see a world where they don't get disqualified. This is exactly what happened to Charles Leclerc in China. Jared, think of the 200 bits. As an Australian, I'm stressing right now, but stressing in a good way. You want him to be disqualified, or them to be disqualified in the sense of Oscar loses less points to Lando, which is a weird thing to think about because you bring Max into the championship. But for Oscar, it kind of works in some ways.
Yeah.
Andre, just join. What's happening? What is Massey doing? What's the thing with the prime?
Michael Massey.
Liam, thank you for the super chat. I didn't think McLaren looked happy during the podium. Mad, isn't it? Actually, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, all that joke that we were...
Max deep regret over Barcelona head loss. Mate, he'd be 15 points behind.
Yeah, everyone always mentions
Tommy.
that. Though. There's so many.
No, but you can talk about that one because that was an active head loss. This is different to having like someone yeet into you and stuff like that. This is something we can categorically say Max lost points on. Joshua, Kimi is the GOAT, 17th to 3rd. Agree. Isaac, think of the super chat. As someone from Utah next day, I thought Vegas being rescheduled time-wise would mean I'd be done with F1 before midnight. So I was wrong. MJP, thank you for the prime. As a McLaren fan, I can't believe this is happening. Nothing can ever be smooth, mate. Honestly, as a McLaren fan, like you've had an amazing season, but my God, they don't make it easy for you, do they?
No.
Pet fan, thank you for the prime. Oh, come on.
I genuinely can barely breathe right now. I'm like my heart. Oh my God.
This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is... Chat, how do we feel about this? How do we feel about this? Like, honestly, give me like
amazing.
Your one... Not you, Tommy!
Oh,
Be nice. Be on a human level. It's sad for Lando. It really is.
I mean, he's still got the World Championship in his grasp, I think. Obviously, he'll be very nervous going into the last two now. I think it completely changes the dynamic.
Yeah. From a human level, I feel really sorry for Lando. On a 100%. Championship entertainment level, my God, sign me up. Know what I'm saying, chat? Like, there's two ways of looking at this. I love how we've got more viewers now than we did for our, watch along. Everybody's waking up being like, what the fuck's going on? Hurry up. FIA, honestly, just measure that fucking plank and make a decision.
For the sake of I'm going to message you something, or I can just explain it on stream if you want.
Yeah.
Just for the podcast situation.
Yes.
I think we've got it sorted.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, and if chat are okay with this, once we find out the news, we will obviously react either way. Then we will go into our live podcast and record a bit of the podcast of us like reacting to the news, basically. And that will be the start of the podcast. And then you just need to record a bit that's like, and now enjoy the rest of the podcast that we recorded beforehand.
Yeah. I'm happy
so we'll
to
do
whatever.
that. We'll do that.
Happy to do whatever.
I can't believe this.
This is utterly insane. Kendall, thank you for the super chat. It's 3 a.m. I could be asleep, but I had to get into F1 and become a Max fan. Next 2 weeks are going to be brutal. The hope is alive. The hope is alive for Max Verstappen fans. 24 points, mate. If that comes in. Mate, Charles Leclerc would have missed out on a podium by 2/10. I can't be arsed.
I love the way you're like, no one cares about the Haas thing, and you're like, Charles Leclerc would have finished fourth.
That was my thought as
your
well.
T-shirt, your T-shirt.
When George Russell got disqualified in Spa, that was my first thought, was Charles Leclerc was promoted to P3. I don't know if this is an exact quote, but I think Toto said after the race that we got outscored by a one-car team. Hamilton last to 8th. Good surprise locked in. I'll take my big flop point, though. Jesus. I know some people...
And I get McLaren. I said McLaren biggest flop. Both of them have been done.
Keep Oscaring. Keep Oscaring. No way. How do I get points in the predictions for then you to gain a point as well? It's ridiculous. This is if it comes in, chat. We're still waiting.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
Hold the fort. We've got some super chats coming in. Valentine, thank you for the super chat that just says DSQ, DSQ, Rick Astley, never going to give Yuki up. Thank you for the super chat. Robert Lenz, thank you for the super chat. Absolutely not praying for anyone's downfall, but this would be the best thing to happen for the championship. Yeah, for the championship, if you take everything else out, then it'll make it very interesting in the next 2 races. Lewis Barmer, thank you for the super chat. Kimi would have gone from P17 to podium. Crazy. Ewan, thank you for the super chat. Look on the bright side, Matt. Leclerc P4. Or P4, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Colin, thank you for the super chat. I'm a McLaren fan, but honestly, after this season's nonsense with papaya rules, I do not care if they lose the driver's title. Let's have an absolute banger of a season finale. Appreciate that.
Oh.
Aquasy, thank you for the tier 1. So the chat was not overreacting. I mean, chat was overreacting. I don't know if Lando...
It's because they were thinking about
champagne.
the fuel. Yeah. It's because, well, we thought it was fuel then, didn't we? Right?
Yeah. Oh, my days. I just looked at someone that replied to my tweet and I was like, both McLarens might be disqualified for skidwear, and it was a picture of Max with those glasses on in Vegas. Oh, dear. Is it happening? Chat are just spamming DSQ, but I don't know if that's actually happening or not yet.
Let's have a look.
Where are you waiting to see the results, Matt? I am. I've got my 25 screens around me. I'm waiting for someone or something to tell me that this is happening. Chat, the way Tommy ran to get his "But Daddy, I Love Him" t-shirt on is absolutely wild, by the way. Yeah, FIA is always... I mean, I would, to be fair, I would say people like Chris Medland, the journalists, are quicker on the scene than the FIA.
Yeah, they are 100%, yeah.
Than the FIA posting stuff, to be honest with you. So I would keep an eye out for people like Chris Medland. God, well, I'm not going back to sleep, that's for sure.
No, I'm going to be...
pumped with
I don't think I
adrenaline.
could sleep.
Tommy's going to do the marathon next year.
So what would the championship, if it happens, Lando would be on 380, was it?
I don't know the exact points number. 390. 390, 366, 366.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe this.
Honestly, I don't know how you're coping, mate. Because if this was Charles Leclerc,
just imagine how you feel right now.
I would be laying on the sofa behind me, just screaming. Guys, please, has it happened yet? No, not yet. Not yet.
My God.
Not yet. Thank God you guys are live. You're welcome, chat. I hope you're enjoying the fact that we can all share in this moment together. So we'll just keep it... People are saying official. People are saying official. People are saying it's official. Hold.
It's official. Both McLarens disqualified.
Where? Where are you seeing this?
Hang on. Wait. Let me check. I just saw someone say, "Oh, I've not seen the journalist tweet though. Have I been baited?"
Who's... You said Chris Meadows tweeted. He's not tweeted. You're chatting shit. Did you just fucking bait me? You absolute bastards. Chat, did you just... that's crazy from you. Raceplus.com. I've never heard of that before in my life.
Yeah. Let's wait for someone official.
By the way, I've never been more...
It's a fake Medland account. It's a fake Medland account.
It's a fake Medland account, you knobheads.
Wow.
That's crazy.
No way.
Nah, you lot are actually wild for that. You lot are fucking wild. Oh my God, shitnewsf1.com has just posted it.
Oh no, the amount of people that that mention those is like so bad.
It's not official yet, chat. Relax yourselves. Oh dear. Got baited by chat. Yeah, so did I. So did I. Austin, thank you for the super chat. Chris Midland, under sub 2 seconds. I don't know what that means. Gigabyte, thank you for the super chat. Great for the championship, but the FIA's credibility has fallen to such a point that this feels manipulated to keep things close, turning into NASCAR. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You do realise McLaren would sue them into the ground if they were lying.
Yeah.
Gelton, thank you for the super chat. Chris Medland is the GOAT. He's a very good journalist. Gina, thank you for the super chat. Lando knew he was way too pissed in post-race interviews. I think we should.
Literally, if they wanted to like fix it and stuff, they could have been like, "Oh yeah, Lando, you ran out of fuel." Blah blah blah. Like they wouldn't disqualify both cars.
Jalan Duncan, thank you for the super chat. The FIA bans the expanding metal on the floor. Now this happens to McLaren. Are they cooked?
I know.
Was this possibly their secret weapon? It's a very good point. It's a very interesting theory. Could they not be as quick in Qatar now, Tommy?
Stop it. I can't, honestly. I've never wanted a tattoo more in my life.
By the way, yeah. Firstly, the tattoo. Secondly, you're going to come to Daddy. Do you know why? Like, you're going to come to... Not because of the news. But let me explain the context. You need me. You need a Charles Leclerc or a George Russell or a Kimi Antonelli to start taking points off of those McLaren boys.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So come to the Charles Leclerc shrine. Start praying to Saint Leclerc because you need him to finish in a little P2 behind Max Verstappen. That's all I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
The amount of people are like, huh? What?
Huh? Yeah,
that's sus.
That's a very sus.
Well, but also if you want to come round when the news drops, mate, you're not far from me these days. OG, thank you for the 200 bits. Surreal, thank you for the super chat. I've just said that to like 16,000 people. That's
I feel so sick, honestly.
Surreal, thank you for the super chat. OG MRGT, thank you for the 100 bits. Austin, thank you for the super chat. I don't know if I've shouted you out. Gear Down Aviation, the FIA website has a documents page to refresh. Most credible source I can think of. Loving the streams recently, guys. Thank you, Gear Down. Oh, dearie me. Chat. What are we doing here? How is this possible? I thought I'd be back in bed now, catching a couple more Z's. But instead...
I can't remember the last time I used Twitter this much.
By the way, can you imagine if Max hadn't won the race and this came in and he
George
has
Russell
a disappointing
won.
P4 or something? You'd have been like, why couldn't Max have won the race, for God's sake? By the way, I cannot wait to have to pull out the greatest poker face possible when Ellie wakes up and wants to watch the race a little bit later.
Yeah, I know.
Was it a good race?
I
mean, the race was average, but tune into the P1 with Matt and Tommy live reaction to McLaren potentially getting disqualified stream afterwards.
Yeah,
I don't know. How do I explain that? Do I just tell her, by the way, what you're watching is actually fake news? Like, what you watch is not what happens?
Just let her watch it. Give no context.
I'm like,
it's annoying when people go, oh, well, by the way, this...
Yeah.
I hate it when people do that for sure.
That's true. Leclerc's going to be mad he was not within 5 seconds of Antonelli. Yeah, it's true. Grunty, thank you for the super chat. RMBR in Brazil. FIA found titanium planks illegal. Bart, thank you for the prime. Blackson, that would put Kimi on the podium from P17, like Max in Brazil. Hell yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Did he start P17?
No, Max started P19. But still.
No, Max started from the pit lane. I don't know what we're talking about here, guys. Like, Jack, thank you for the super chat. The FIA account has up-to-date news. WF9 Gaming, thank you for the super chat. F1 needs their own version of Bob Pockras for this kind of stuff. I don't know what that is. Mikey, thank you for the super chat. As an American, the F1 movie is what brought me to the sport, but you two are without a doubt who kept me here. Thank you so much for your consistent energy and entertainment that you've brought me. Go Lando. Oh, thank you, Mikey. That is a lovely, lovely message. We are more than happy to be here, no matter the twists and turns of this Formula One season. Thank you so much, Mikey. Tinkers, thank you for the super chat. Where did you hear the potential of the DSQ? Just, my dad actually was the first person to text me. We were recording the podcast and he said, Ted Kravitz has said that McLaren are being investigated.
But that was what we thought was bait from like the fuel issue, right?
Yeah.
So,
my name's Jane, thank you for the super chat. My dad had a theory that Red Bull knew something was up with McLaren and may have spoke to the FIA. The TV direction showed GP Taunton and Max covering their mouth, talking secretly. I don't know.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what's he up to? Imagine he's like, yeah, so both McLarens are getting disqualified.
Yeah.
Fat Walrus, thank you for the prime. Can I get a double DSQ? Andy, thank you for the super chat. As a fan since his GB2 days, I don't know what is wrong with Lewis. I'm at a point where I have absolutely zero hope and still get disappointed. Yeah, if you don't want to hear sort of Lewis criticism, then don't listen to the podcast. Like, he didn't even catch Hulkenberg at the end, which is crazy. And he was on the same set of tyres.
Right. We've got the clip of us finding out on the live podcast. So everyone,
people
check our
spamming
socials.
release the files. Kendall, thank you for the super chat. I started watching F1 after the Chinese Grand Prix. Sad I didn't start sooner. Well, don't worry, Kendall. You've got a hell of a lot of seasons to come. What did you say? Sorry, mate.
I'm just about to post the live reaction to us finding out the news.
Chat, if you want to watch a little social clip whilst we're waiting, It's going to be on Instagram and all that sort of stuff. So if you wouldn't mind giving it a like and sharing it with your friends, because it's very funny. I mean, it's the most animated I've ever seen Tommy in my life. Okay, YouTube, as much as it's very funny that you're all spamming that, like, can we have, like, actual conversation rather than just spamming that? That's not helping, all right? I might have to just ban that term if... let's just talk normally, shall we? And be a community rather than just spamming that like you don't have brain cells. What the actual fuck? Can't believe this. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Let's talk now, guys. I know, right?
You chat away, I'm posting.
Okay. I'm furiously refreshing the FIA documents page, says LW. Willie, thank you for the super chat. If Tommy was in the files with the end... that end P1. What a ridiculous question, Willie. David, thank you for the super chat. Why is my heart rate actually racing waiting, LeMayo? I know, right? I mean, Tommy, I'd love to know your heart rate, but you don't wear a heart rate monitor, do you?
I do not.
Sadly. So we wait. We wait patiently. Nathan, thank you for the super chat. Will Kimi get more points than Hamilton now? What's the points difference? F1 Championship standings. 17 behind is Antonelli. No, he's not going to be ahead of Hamilton after that, but he'll be closer. He'll certainly be closer. Holy shit, Turbo, thank you for the super chat. £50 super chat. I have a feeling McLaren would implode like in 2007 if they get disqualified and Max winning the championship. This would upset them big time that they threw it all away. It would be the worst Drivers' Championship throwaway ever. Ever.
Yeah, and they've already got that record.
Ever. Deary me. Ice, thank you for the super chat. Dead set, what happened to Yuki's race? He was like trundling around in the back the whole time. I know. Sad to watch. Thank you, Turbo, again for the super chat, man. That is a ridiculously generous super chat. Luke. Oh no, actually. God, there's so many super chats coming in right now. Card, sing the super chat. Netflix DTS crew foaming at the mouth right now. I think everybody that's a neutral fan is foaming at the mouth right now. Luke, thank you for the super chat. If FIA investigated my skid marks, I'd be banned for life.
You've just lost it at that.
Oh, I didn't see where that was going, and then I've just read it out. That's absolutely brilliant. Cards, think of the super chat. Seventh Tom, think of the Prime. Are the both of you just going to keep on streaming until we get the news? Yeah, even if it happens on like Thursday, we'll just do like a sort of 86-hour stream. Hookie, think of the super chat. Realise they have to go to the FIA at 23:45 p.m. No, they've already gone, right? They've already been to the stewards. Noms, thank you for the super chat. Championship back on. Yes, if this happens, absolutely. Magnus, thank you for the super chat. Motor World, sorry I came in late on this, but where was the first trusted source on the McLaren investigation? Ted Kravitz in the pit lane. He had seen it was going on and going down, and it sort of transpired from there. Shiv, thank you for the super chat. Can you please explain again what has happened? Essentially, the rear skid has worn down past the legal limit on both Piastri and Norris's car, which is what happened with Charles Leclerc in China, and he was disqualified. So I see no way back for McLaren here. Seventh Tom, thank you for the Prime. Are the both of you just going... Oh, no, I've already read that one out, sorry. Azure, thank you for the super chat. I wonder if McLaren wanted Lando to crawl after the race to reduce the plank wear, but not have Oscar do the same, so only Oscar gets disqualified. Yeah, we kind of mentioned that and was like, there's no way they would just be like, yeah, Oscar, keep pushing. I think it was more a fuel concern, to be honest with you. Cards, thank you for the super chat. I've already read that one out. Jam, thank you for the super chat. It's taking long because they just realised they were using an imperial ruler, not metric. Interesting.
I love the way you said that like you believed it.
Noah, thank you for the super chat. My stomach is in a knot right now. Why does there have to be a sprint weekend left as well? I mean, that will be brilliant to watch. Wildcat, thank you for the super chat. Whoever runs Sonoda's garage needs to go. All 4 weeks with upgrades had good pace, but god-awful strategy and team errors. Today was Ferrari level. Yeah, but I mean, is his pace?
I'm a big Yuki fan, but I feel like people
Can't really
like
defend
watch
him
him
that
like
much.
a hawk, and they're like, "Oh, he would have done really well if this had happened."
Yeah,
It's
his
like,
tyre pressures in qualifying. I'm like, really, a Red Bull that terrible with their second driver? They just forget what to do with the car. Sky, think of the super chat. I had a friend at the race, and he said McLaren sounded scrappy when they went by the whole race. 5937, think of the super chat. I'm in the USA. This was insane to see at 3 a.m. Hannah, think of the super chat. How long do these decisions usually take? It's been half an hour. Should be quite quick, to be honest with you. It should be a quick turnaround. That's why we went live. I was not fully expecting to be live for 4 hours waiting for the news. That fake Chris Medland account has already been suspended. That is an
baited
impressive.
so many people.
That is an
Oh my
impressive
God,
amount.
come on, hurry up.
Why is this taking so long? I don't know. Maybe the stewards are like, well, firstly, we need to investigate.
Because
Did you
it's
see that
literally
Alex
got
Albon got a
championship.
reprimand because he went too fast on the way to the... I can't remember. What was it? Let me just get it up, because it was a bizarre thing for Alex Albon to have done. Where are we? Car 30... No, that's not it. Have I flown past it? I think I have. Here we go. Alex Albon exceeded the pit lane speed limit when leaving the grid on the formation lap. And that's why he got a reprimand.
What?
Bizarre. Tommy, what's your percentage on the Max World Drivers' Championship if there is a double DSQ?
Ooh, like 25.
Shit. I'm saying 85.
85.
Max Verstappen.
It's still a long shot, but I think the hope would be, one, this skid block thing is actually, McLaren, as a Max fan, I say the hope is that McLaren are slower because of it. And also, I think the McLaren drivers will be pooping themselves with Max being close. Like, it's a completely different ball game than playing.
And mate, if this plank
other.
thing is genuinely going to cost their pace as well.
Yeah, that's what I said before.
Yeah.
The performance is. We could, like you say, if that is the case, and Max finds something, and my God,
He will still require some outer influence to beat Lando in the championship, though. Don't forget, chat. 24 points the gap. He can't win both, all the rest, and Lando finish second. Lando will still be world champion by actually less than the amount of points that Max lost in Spain.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh my God, it would be exactly 9. It would be exactly 9 if Max wins all 3 of the rest of the races, including the sprint, and Lando finishes second to all of them. And Max would win on countback with more wins.
Great.
James, thank you for the super chat. Updated predictions for the World Drivers' Championship. High key, given Oscar's performance last year in Qatar and Abu Dhabi, I reckon he's very much more than just still in this, though Norris would have to have an absolute shocker. Personally, I think Oscar's finishing third in the championship. No matter what. At this, with this, I can't see. Can't see him bouncing back. Ayush, thank you for the super chat. Glad that my plan to attend the Abu Dhabi race will be worth it now. Hell yeah. Well, let's see. Lowell Wrestling for the super chat. What are the chances that the rain quali setup caused this? More speed on dries equals more downforce, more chance of skid wear. No one else has been plankified, though, have they? Bren, so what is fully happening, and why is staying up till 3:20 a.m. a good decision? I know. We all love Formula 1 a little bit too much, don't we? Time to tangle things with the super chat. Breaking news. Nobody here is getting a good sleep. That is true. Game of clones. If this happens, Max crashing into Russell in Spain becomes even bigger than it was. Love the podcast. Keep up the great work, guys. Thank you, game. And yes, it's massive if this does come in. YT thing with the super chat. Aston team principal to be sacked. Isaac, summons to DSQ for Leclerc was 45 minutes. That's a very good piece of information. So summons to DSQ for Leclerc in China was 45 minutes. Maybe everyone's going to go to bed, says Noah. Luca, think of the prime. Ben, you think of the super chat, would disqualification mean Ferrari beat Red Bull in the constructors? I don't care. I'm not going to lie. I want Ferrari to finish fourth.
Yeah, I guess, they get more points. And so
how would they figure out skid mid-race, says Salam. It's a very good question. I don't think they'd really know. I think, obviously, they can monitor the amount of sparks and scrapes and things like that. But no, fuck off. Mercedes are both under investigation. No, this has to be bait. But I'm going to read it anyway. Mercedes both under investigation. Minimum tyre pressures. Nah, shut up. Is Charles Leclerc winning the Las Vegas Grand Prix? Nah, you're joking, right? Is this bait?
I've not seen anyone.
No doc. Nah, you're chatting shit, I think, chat. Let me just check though. Nah, there's nothing.
Is this another Formula One Grand Prix 69 page?
So, like, someone has actually made 2 Twitch accounts. No, 3, even 4, to spam the exact same message.
Wow.
That is commitment. That is commitment to the bait. You got to say it.
Wow. I feel sick.
So, hello to 22,000 of you that have joined us for the chill session, the waiting to see.
The only
what
problem
happens.
is too much time has passed now that I can think of every scenario where Max isn't winning the championship, even with the disqualification. So.
There's Tommy's brain for you, chap. Meanwhile, I've thought of every possible way that Max can win the World Championship. Morning, guys. Going to bed soon. Fair enough, South. Everyone like the live. That would be nice. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe as well. We've got all the content, and this could be quite the end to this Formula One season.
Let's get to 600k subs.
Yeah, that'd be a nice thing to get by the end of the year if we possibly can. Jake, think of the super chat. Was Lando's fuel issue a symptom of the ride height / plank issue? Usually a lighter load to avoid wear, but the drive didn't go as planned. I mean, yeah, of course, as you say, a lighter car would maybe do that, but I think there was genuine concern about the fuel. So, Zenadot, think of the super chat. Norris World Drivers' Championship after triple DNF will be generational. How is he going to win the World What? Turbo, think of the super chat. Is the FIA website quicker than the journalist site normally when it comes to posting the result? I'm on the FIA website waiting. No, I would say the journalists are quicker. Leo, think of the super chat. Maka, thank you for the very generous donation. Would McLaren win the Michael Massey Award 2025 if the DSQ becomes a reality? Look, I got to say right now, if McLaren do genuinely get both double disqualified, thank you. Thank you for putting on a show in these last 2 races. Like, I got to appreciate. You got to appreciate
McLaren's appreciation
are all about the fans.
They are the kings of not wrapping up
the
a
McLaren
title
fans,
easily.
but everyone else, every other fan, they're helping. Mick, think of the super chat. You boys should get used to watching at this time when you're here in Australia next year. I don't know if we're there when there's races on. I'm not sure. Maybe one race.
Be one race, I think.
J-Man, think of the super chat. Hi from Halifax, Canada. What's going? It's 4 a.m. here. It's tough. We are all waiting for the news. Sashi, think of the super chat. Matt, I'm a new F1 fan and I picked Charles and Ferrari to back. Any tips to deal with the pain? Just get used to it, Sashi. But next year is our year. Hulky, it's 69% and you know it. I'm tired and sick, but this has got my blood going. I'm also tired and sick. But this has also got my blood going. So thank you so much for that, McLaren. Venk, think of the super chat. Have an aero engineering interview to prep for, but here we are at 3:30 a.m. for F1. Let's LFG Max, go get your 5th. What would need to happen for Max to win? So look, let's put it this way: if Max has to win all 3 still. Max still needs to win the sprint and both races.
Yeah.
Should that happen, Lando needs to finish 3rd in all 3 of those races, and Max will win on countback.
Jeez.
Because it'll be a 10-point swing. No, I'm chatting shit. 10-point swing, 10-point swing, 2-point swing. No, okay, sorry.
No, not enough.
Lando needs to finish fourth and third.
He needs to be
and
up the
third.
podium.
Sorry, third in the sprint, fourth in the main race, third in the main race.
So it's not happening.
And then he'll win on countback. My nan to Aston Martin confirmed. Wow. Big news to share with everybody.
You're non-bred.
Here in the super chat. Andy Cowell has been sacked, apparently. Loads of people are saying it.
Wow.
He's
And
been
no one's
blamed for
talking about
Bortoletto
it.
yeeting him.
Stroll's had enough. He's like, this is happening far too much. Get rid of him. Oh, Gasly got damage at the start. That's why. Otherwise, good surprise locked in.
Leo thinks the super chat, did McLaren make Lando the number one driver now? That is a very good question as well, actually, isn't it? Not that they'll need to if the pace continues this way, but they can't. They still can't.
They've already said
Oscar still has a mathematical
we'd rather lose
chance.
the championship. So now it's their time to back it up, right? That comment.
Mathis thinking of the super chat, curious to see where this goes. Indeed. Connor thinking of the super chat. Apparently there was talk about planks after Brazil. There was indeed. Turbo. Chris is pausing the edits of the reactions until the results come out. Thank you for the update. J-Man, thinking of the P1 YouTube member. BD Vizio. Weren't reports Brazil of teams using... everybody's jumping onto it. They're jumping. They're linking things together after Brazil. Sebastic thinking of the Prime. Sabs. At least Oscar won Grill the Grid.
Fucking hell.
Wow. Grunty, normally in New Zealand we are used to races at 2 a.m. By the time FIA come out with a decision, it's going to be bloody 2 a.m. Monday again. We can't catch a break. I know, right? Daniel says, forget Oz, come to New Zealand, suffer our 1 a.m.s. Disqualification.
I will be visiting.
Captain, thank you for the Prime. Go,
Mitch.
Mitch.
Did you see Hamilton's comments?
My YouTube rewind said I was in your top 0.9% of viewers. Thank you, Go Mitch.
Wow.
What did Hamilton say?
He said he's not looking forward to next year.
Oh.
I was like, that's very positive.
Any particular reason?
He just said, I feel terrible. It's been the worst season ever, and no matter how much I try, it keeps getting worse. It's a terrible result. There's nothing positive to take away from today. I'm eager for it to end. I'm not looking forward to it ending. I'm not looking forward to the next one. And then he said, asked if he meant not looking forward to the next race in Qatar. Hamilton replied, next season. So
John Elkann will be like, that's a lot of words. And you need to keep those words to yourself, Lewis. But that is a wild. That's
a wild thing to say when
Hamilton to say. Because next year is what I've been saying. Look, Hamilton, he has to bounce back next year. Maybe with the new regulation set, it will work in his favour. But yeah, that's crazy that he's saying he's not looking forward to next year.
Wow.
Macchiato, thank you for the super chat. Taylor did notice Lando's car sparking more than others. Yeah, so maybe the lack of high fuel running in particular, just meant that McLaren made a mistake on the setup. I reckon, think of the super chat, you guys are goats. Thank you so much, my friend. Sam, is it true after Lando's car went into investigation, Zach Brown was caught under Oscar's car with sandpaper?
That is funny. I know, obviously, it is.
That's a joke.
So
obviously not the case. But no, that is not true, Sam. I genuinely thought it was a serious question. Editor, thank you for the super chat. Well, I guess we will see how strong Lando's mental strength really is. Now we just need Massey back in Abu Dhabi. Lockish, thank you for the 100 bits. Micah, thank you for the super chat. Outside of Max mentally crashing out in Barcelona, how much blame is on Red Bull for bringing the upgrades in Mexico? I don't think you can blame Red Bull or anything. They shouldn't have won this championship, no matter where you look at it.
No.
This is all on.
It's all on McLaren if they fumble it or not.
J-Man, thank you for the wonderfully generous super chat. Tashi, when was the last time Lewis Hamilton was good? Silverstone.
2021.
Silverstone last year. Joe Jost, both drivers have left the circuit. Yeah, Lando left ages ago. If I see one more, it's confirmed. I'm going to
It's
bring
not
out the
confirmed.
ban
We
hammer.
will know. I have been refreshing Twitter for the last 4 years, it feels like.
Are we so back, says Red. We might well be.
I need some water, so this will be...
I need water. I need everything. If I'm continuously live, by the way, Ellie's going to know something's up. Like, why are you still recording? I haven't actually seen the clip. Chat, the clip's live. Where's my phone? Oh, I think I left it. Hold on. Chat, the clip is live and I haven't seen it yet. So go to our Instagram and like and share because I need to see it. Oh, the Tommy.
Oh my freaking lord. Shut up. Both McLarens referred to Stewart for skidwear issues. What? Where are you seeing
It's a good clip. It's a good clip, chat.
Chris Medland, Luke Smith, Phil Horton, all the journalists have just tweeted it. Both McLaren's risk disqualification from the Vegas Grand Prix due to non...
I love how in the clip Tommy is so happy. Like, Tommy, as a Max fan, I feel you.
What are we going to do? We can't have a 4-hour podcast waiting for this to come in.
Oh my god.
That, if they've both been referred, this has to be a slam dunk.
This has to be a slam dunk. Also us. Carlos Sainz is a slam dunk.
The rearmost skid was
Yeah. I literally am having deja vu of saying the rearmost skid. Because that's exactly what happened to Charles. What is taking so long? Just fucking disqualify them. Otherwise, we're going back to China and we're talking about Charles Leclerc's rearmost skid. It's a great clip, by the way. I've never seen you so animated in your life. Like, the fact that you're genuinely smiling through it as well. Like, do you remember when Ferrari double DSQ? It was like, you were like, Ferrari double DSQ, and the smiley face. Like, that was even worse. Like, you were like... It's absolutely brilliant. I was saying as well that if I'm not off stream soon, Ellie will know something's up. She's like, why the hell are you still recording?
No, it's funny because like Katie was like, I was like, I'm streaming again. She's like, oh, there's been some drama. I'm literally wearing this as well. It's like, can you? You don't need to be Sherlock Holmes.
Don't tell me the result. Also,
Yeah, don't tell me the result. Also, me. BRB. I'm just gonna be just streaming for 3 hours.
That's so funny. Oh dear. Meanwhile, I'll go downstairs and Ellie will think Charles Leclerc's just won. That's so good. Oh dear. That's so funny. When will we know? Well, it's supposed to be very soon. Like, McLaren must be kicking up an absolute fuss right now. But what like defense do they have? I just can't see any. I want to sleep, says someone. I agree. RG, thank you for the prime. Miles and Hannah, thank you for the super chat. Piastri left the track at 8:28 a.m. 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, people saying he did look too concerned. It's like probably because he's
because he's happy to
closer
be
to Lando.
disqualified, which is mad to say, but he wants to be as close as he can to Lando, as much as, of course, Max is now level on points with him. Joshua, thank you for the super chat. Danny Rick was in the sewer with sand and car track. What the hell?
What?
I don't have a clue. Apocalypse, thank you for the super
What,
chat. Breaking news, disqualified for Ocon for McLaren skid breach. Okay, yeah, 5-second penalty for Ocon. I see you. Bavesh, thank you for the 100 bits. Max Verstappen, new tweet.
Yeah, he just
Verstappen
tweeted,
tweeted.
won the race. Imagine if he was like, hurry
All
the
in.
fuck up and disqualify. Imagine.
that would be a generational tweet. Hurry up, guys. DJ Azzy, think the super chat, to be fair, as a Max fan, disqualify them? China, exactly. Joshua, thank you for the super chat.
Could I just say the generational, like, if McLaren do get away with it, British bias allegations will never end.
Mate, if
for the
they
rest
get
of
away
time.
with it, I'm flying to Las Vegas myself with a ruler, and I'm going to check that skid. TTV, thank you for the super chat. Didn't it come out?
Skid block.
Didn't it come out that Ferrari's 26 engine was worse than Renault's? Shut up. Part-time Hobo, thank you for the super chat. If it comes down to Abu Dhabi this year, F1 has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. Invite Michael Massey to wave the checkered flag. That would be amazing. And then he
Michael
drops
Massey
the flag a
in
lap early or
Hello
something.
Kitty costume.
Oh my god, that would be so funny if.
Did you see that Hello Kitty costume
What's
waving
that?
the checkered flag?
Where?
In the F1 Academy, because they're like sponsored by Hello Kitty.
Oh really?
It was Hello Kitty, like mascot, waving the checkered flag.
What the fuck? That'd be so funny if Michael Massey flew the flag at Abu Dhabi, but did it one lap earlier and helped Max Verstappen defend from someone to win the race again.
I'd take it.
Cut, I think of the super chat. It's 2 a.m. My wife thought I was listening to an audiobook to fall asleep. Then she looked over and saw your faces. Cheers. You're more than welcome, Cutter. We're here for you. Feather Views, think of the Prime. Dub, think of the super chat. Dub, JP and Verstappen both post-race. Wait till they see their skid blocks. Alec the Ghost, super chat. McLaren fan here. Want to see disqualification if it's fair. I want Lando to prove he deserves the championship. It would be sweeter. I mean, to say that, his planks worn slightly more, I don't think you can then say he doesn't deserve the championship. It still doesn't take away from his performance. Just like how people tried to shit on George Russell, who did one of the greatest drives I've seen in a very long time around Spa, then got disqualified because of the wear of
and then
whatever
acting
it
like he
was.
was 5 seconds a lap.
Yeah, and it's like,
quicker
oh,
if
he
it's-
gained a million seconds a lap. It's like, no, he didn't. Turbo, thank you for the super chat. If Andy Cowell is sacked, then that means Christian Horner is returning. Thoughts? Oh, God, imagine.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Imagine that.
No, because Nui left because of Christian Horner.
Well, maybe they've made up since. Azure, thank you for the super chat. I feel so bad for Lewis. If the rumours are true and Oscar moves to Ferrari in the next couple of years, I will stop supporting him. I can't watch another driver get sent through the Ferrari career-ending grinder. I can't see Oscar at Ferrari. I just can't. That just, in my brain, that does not make sense. Jamie, thank you for the super chat. It's 3:30 a.m. I stopped drinking 2 hours ago. Should I just start back? Might as well. You do what you want to do, but just drink responsibly. Mid-tier, thank you for the super chat. News articles reporting Andy Cowell. I love how, Aston Martin have probably looked for a moment to sack Andy Cowell and gone, quick, McLaren are going to get disqualified. Boom.
Yeah.
News drop. Movell, imagine the FIA see Max's tweet. Would Max also be disqualified? Oh, what, the tweet we joked about, I assume. Maroon, happiest Ferrari/McLaren hater moment of the season. For God's sake.
Wow.
God's sake. Soft says, do they back Lando now? It's a good question. We'll talk about it, but no. Alex, in before they can't figure out which club Lando is in. Oh, God, imagine he's out there just celebrating Vegas and then... Apocalypse.
Celebrating
Oh,
has basically won the World Championship.
Lukey, thank you for the super chat. Beard looking strong, Matt. Thank you. Alex, so's Tommy's actually. Alex, thank you for the super chat. I meant don't want to get away and be controversial. Sorry, what was your other message so we can link this up? Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. You don't want the controversy of... Yeah. Did Mickey Mouse measure the plank himself? Wow. Henny, thank you for the tier 1. I have a 6-week-old, so didn't watch the race because sleep when baby sleeps, so this is news I see when I go online. What in the world is going on? I know, right? In before we'll get someone say, guys, you're spoiling it. We're live because things are happening.
Yeah, it's live sport, unfortunately.
Yeah,
can't.
deal with it. Don't go on YouTube.
There's other people around the world that, this is actually a race that's at a normal time for them, so...
If I don't want a race spoiled, I do my utmost to not go on the places
100%.
I know it'll be spoiled.
Yeah, exactly.
Vivid thing for the super chat. Only time Piastri fans want him to be disqualified. Literally.
Such
That's
a weird
mental, isn't it?
situation.
Maku, fuel issue on Lando's. McLaren, as always, bad execution. No, not fuel. Plank problem for both Oscar and Lando. Phil Messi, thank you for the super chat. I've seen the same person spam disqualified confirmed and no disqualified confirmed. They're really wanting some attention, and I've given it to you, so you're welcome. Hurry the fuck up, guys.
Yeah, this is crazy. They're doing their utmost to try and make sure it's okay.
So they were there at 20. It's literally been nearly an hour now.
Wow.
Is this as slam dunk as we think? The anticlimax
Honestly,
for you, by the way. The anticlimax for you if they come out. And they're both not
no,
qualified.
because you get a generational British bias rant on the
Led
podcast
by
about-
Tommy.
Led by me. Yeah, I'll change my nationality.
12th thing of the super chat. What about Lando swearing on post-race top 3 interview? 2 race ban? I know, shocking.
I think there should be an extra few points, actually.
I think 24-point deduction, and then they're all level on points with the next 2 to go. 12 Pulitzer, I think, of the super chat. What about Lando swearing? Oh, no, that's one I already read out. Sorry. Go Mitch. What is this Disney F1 partnership? Something coming? I don't know too much about it. I won't lie to you. Kieran, I thought this was a fake stream. What the hell is going on? I thought it was jokes about disqualified. What have I missed? You've missed a lot. Both McLarens have been referred to the stewards for having their rear skid plank worn away too much. Very similar to Charles Leclerc in China. VG Vels, I think the super chat, Tommy, if the disqualification is confirmed, time to get out my old cape. Oh, he's getting out the old reliable. Kill switch, think of the prime. DPM, think of the tier 1.
I'll be making sure Grace wears the Max Verstappen top every single...
Check out Adam
race.
Cooper's latest tweet. Thank you. Click for messaging. Teams have sensors that measure the load on the plank, and that info is correlated to potential plank wear, so they know when things are getting marginal. Okay, but they can't measure the actual wear during a race. Those concerns probably explain the call to Norris to slow down. A rival team tells me that the rear plank, which is the issue at McLaren, is much harder to monitor than the front. Piastri's car, which spent a lot of time in DRS, would in theory be subject to less loading over the race than Norris's. That is a
Tell him
very
to slow down.
interesting bit of insight, that. So yeah, they can measure the load, but they can't measure the wear, and the rear is more difficult to measure, which makes sense. Wowee. What is going on? So a fuel issue.
Is it a fuel issue?
Was it
I
ever
think
a fuel issue?
Was it ever a fuel issue? I think is an interesting...
I mean, mad to think that they'd only just realised that. Like, a bit of an oversight, it seems. Maybe they weren't monitoring that as much. Yes, anything more than a 1 millimetre wear from the 10 millimetre thickness that the plank is when new is a disqualification. We didn't actually get a measurement, did we?
Yeah, 9, wasn't it?
It was 9. I thought it was less than 9 because 9 millimetres would still be because anything more than 1 millimetres is a disqualification, and all they did was less than 9. No, yeah, it said it was less than 9, so we didn't actually get an exact measurement. Imagine it's 8.99999. Oh my god! I think it would be on both McLarens 8.33. Oh god! I just woke. What the fuck? I know, right?
Yeah, people that went straight to bed afterwards.
And then waking up. What is going on? VG Velson, think of the super chat. No, I'm the guy who gave Tommy his cape. Oh, you gave him the cape.
Wow.
Oh, big up to you, my guy.
Legend.
Tommy
well,
has worn
thank you.
that.
Yeah, I was going to say thank you so much for that. That was such a nice thing.
He
to
literally
do.
sleeps in it. I would know. Jed, think of the super chat. Did I miss it? Needed to
Been
feed the
adored
cat.
here
No.
for many
Hoop.
many years.
Albon gave Lewis damage, hence bad second stint. Did he? Albon gave Lewis damage? What, with like
Yeah,
debris,
when
or?
the move.
Oh.
When he whacked his wing off.
Ah. Hence the bad second stint. The sickness thing for the super chat. This is great. If the Bear scores 50 points this season, I'll be winning £162 off of a £2 bet I placed at the beginning of the season. How many points is Bearman on? That's the question. Edith, thank you for the super chat. Is this down to Grace's t-shirt purchase?
Maybe.
DC, thank you for the super chat. Never have I ever thought I'd be up at 2:45 F5ing the hell out of an FIA website. I know, right?
Yeah,
LW, thank you for the
crazy.
for the bit. Sorry. As an Oscar fan, I'm very conflicted right now. I don't know how to feel about. If I'm an Oscar fan, I'm praying for a disqualification for both cars.
Yeah, 100%. It's your best
Channel, thank you for the
opportunity.
super chat. Coulthard roasted Lando in the first lap. Yeah, we spoke about that in the pod.
And also, the other side to Oscar's thing is that if Lando, the best opportunity for Oscar as well is if Lando gets a bit of the jitters from Max being in the title.
Which
'Cause-
I would get the jitters because it's Max Verstappen. You have just got to pray to everything that's holy that Red Bull have a good car in the next 2 races.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Can't wait for
And
the
then maybe a Charlotte Leclerc
Q1
P2.
knockout in Qatar.
James, most post-race action as an Aussie can get. I know, right? Sky Simpson, I feel like if it's taking this long, the fix is in. Oh. Adam says surely Newey would veto Horner at Aston. It's a very good point, but how much power does Newey have? Krilla, shout out stewards doing God's work, making sure P1 is online for as long as possible to maximise super chats. Yeah, thanks to stewards. They actually have the result. I've just messaged them to say if you could delay it another half an hour, the super chats are really popping off right now. Raz, I know that there is no time here in Vegas, but I'm tired and I'm ready for bed, lads. That's fair enough.
Same.
Vitz, if this was Abu Dhabi for the title and Lando won the title, do you trust the FIA to investigate and change the result post-race? I mean, that would be wild, wouldn't it? I don't know if I fully trust the FIA to make another championship-changing decision in scrutineering. I would like to think so from the integrity of the sport, but who knows? Josh, LH driving like Bedoa 2009. That's a reference.
Savage.
Amanda, Lando obviously issued disqualification, so Zach now arguing that Oscar should be disqualified too, even though he finished legal. Aussie Ashes 1-0, just saying, yeah, if I cared about cricket, I'm sure I would get invested in that. But in terms of, yeah, they've got to keep it fair, haven't they, one way or another. AS Tropic, thank you for the prime. Joshua, I've already read you out. Ragav, expecting a Carlos 10 in the driver ratings.
Katie just messaged me. Watch the highlights now. Okay, what's the drama? What have McLaren done? And I said, illegal plank. And she said, try not to have the race results spoiled, but when you ran in to get your Max Verstappen shirt, I assumed he'd won.
Absolutely phenomenal. Julia, Ellie has to be aware something is up by now. I don't know if she's up. I assume she will be up by now. But to be fair, I've got a camera downstairs to check on Bruno. If she's sat with Bruno watching, then I'll know that I don't want to. Oh no, she is. Is she watching F1? No, that doesn't sound like F1. She's not watching the F1. To be fair, we can't record, so she probably has to wait for the rerun.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I could just literally spy on her downstairs, and she is indeed awake. But I can't go down now. I have to pretend I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Because I've been ill, so I've not been, I've been keeping my distance from her. So this is a good thing, actually. I'll just be like, I'm really
Okay.
ill.
It'll
I'm
make
really
sense.
unwell. I can't see you for the rest of the day until you've watched the Formula One.
Oh my God, hurry up.
I
I'm
know,
actually
right?
getting very tired now.
God forbid.
The come
lady,
down of like the excitement. You know, when you have like
I know, right?
excitement.
Don't worry,
and then-
it'll peak again in a moment, bro. Lady, thank you for the super
Not
chat. I
if
need
they-
to be awake in 5 hours. This waiting is the worst. I know, right?
My
MDS
pessimistic brain is like, they're getting away with this now.
just re-woke up after watching the race. I thought something fishy after Lando slowing down. Noah, why would this affect McLaren's performance for the last 2 races? Because they would have to raise the car, and we all know that running the car as low as possible to the ground is the way in which you have a fast package. We've had Ferrari, of course, disqualified in the past this season for that, and there's this whole talk about a device that was being used in Brazil has now been banned. There's a few things that link up as theories to potentially suggest that McLaren won't dominate in Qatar, especially if they get disqualified. They can't afford to potentially get disqualified again. Tropic, think of the prime. S15, thank you for the prime. Kieran, thank you. Justice for Kimmy P3. I know, right? That would be amazing. Chocolate Jeans, thank you for the super chat. Ragav, Max has been teasing us with driver numbers 69, 3. I don't know about you guys, but 33 just has insane aura. I completely agree.
Agreed.
33 is so much better than 3. That's Danny Rick. And 69 is just a meme number.
My lucky number as well. Like, can't
What,
change
69? Benny,
No,
I want the
33.
top 16 disqualified. Colapinto wins, sticks it to Stroll. That would be a story. Messi, think of the tier 1. S15, think of the prime. Banana, think of the tier 1. DJ Azzy asks, how excited or anxious is Tommy right now?
How excited or anxious?
Yeah,
Both.
how would you describe your emotions to...
My emotions right now are like, you know, when you have like a really like high moment,
Yeah.
and then it like you settle down, and now the tiredness of getting up at 2 a.m. has really hit me. And now I'm just
And
waiting.
now we wait.
And now we wait, exactly. And annoyingly, it's gone on like so long that I'm now like, my pessimistic brain is like, oh, they're going to get away with it, or oh, it's still 24 points, still a big gap.
God, your brain sounds tiring, my guy. I'm there like,
It
sunshine and rainbow, Charles winning next year. Woohoo!
This
It's
is,
that cookie thing of the prime. Big Panda Man, think of the prime.
Lando's car was
Hurry the fuck
sparking
up.
like crazy on the last lap, even whilst he was like lifting and coasting, like going slow. So-
Really? Oh, wow. 9 Bob Vids, thank you for the very generous super chat, my friend. I'm 2 bottles of wine in and don't know how long I can stay awake for an answer, but you two are funny as fuck while we wait, smiley face. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate we can be a nice waiting room whilst we wait for McLaren to somehow have rebuilt their plank and popped it back on. Oh, just look over there. Just look at Joe Bauer. Go look over there. Quick. Wake up to reality. Think of the super chat. This is going on long enough for Tommy to watch Leeds lose 2-0.
God,
The electric
don't
brain.
need that.
Toto will be proud that his son made it to the podium. Dylan, Lando disqualification, its repercussions. McLaren promised Oscar.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but Oscar's also getting
Oscar's gonna get
disqualified.
it.
If Oscar didn't get disqualified, he'd be 9 points behind. I think it was. So Oscar would be promoted to P3, which would be a 15-point gain, and it's 24. Yeah, it'd be 9. It'd be 9 points. But Oscar, I don't think is getting away with it either. Chocolate jeans.
What?
Conspiracy theorist in me wants to know the measurements. Need to know the difference between the cars. Yeah, I hope they do say that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Robbie, but if Norris is DQ, does this still count as his 150th GP? Yes, because he started it.
Yes, because he started it. Yeah.
Sync, this shouldn't even take this long. Can Red Bull appeal the decision if they aren't disqualified? It's 2 a.m. for me. I don't know. I think maybe they would. I think you can. I think Red Bull would kick up a fuss if they do get away with this. Notorious, I miss the days of Ferrari international assistants, not whatever this crap is. Deluded Australian Ferrari fan who was obliged to be an Oscar fan. Mid-tier, does this mean George Russell is still in the World Drivers' Championship? I don't know. No, I think he was kicked out last time, wasn't he? J-Man, thanks for the super chat. Piastri has left the track. He left ages ago. So did
He left
Lando.
ages ago. Yeah.
Well, no, Oscar left more recently, but Lando left ages ago. To be fair, Oscar and Lando probably left the track not knowing. It's not like they would have known. If there's not been a decision. Is 25k viewers the most we've had, boys? It's certainly up there. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's even more than when Charles Leclerc hits the wall. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you joining us
Yeah,
for
it's
something
mad.
other than my heartbreak. Big W's in the chat for the best waiting room in Formula One. And if you are on YouTube, please subscribe. We'd love to hit 600k. We're all just Formula One fans, desperate to talk about Formula One with other people. And
Exactly.
we love to see it. Dan, think of the prime. What is going on? I love how people just join and are like, what the fuck's going on? They're probably like in a daze. I've just woken up. I thought everything was over. Zaddy, think of the prime. Going on a long drive with my dad later. I'm a Max fan. He's a Lando fan. Should be fun.
Wow.
I know, right? That would be quite the interesting journey. How are we labelling this as a watch-along if it's not even showing anything related? I mean, we don't show the Formula One when we do a watch-along either. A live watch along to our social feeds.
It's also not a watch along, it's just a live stream.
Maureen, thank you for the tier 1. Juggle, thank you for the super chat. A double McLaren DSQ would feed generations. Please, God, please. I can't. I'm 99% certain this is happening, but I don't know why it's taking so long. Aditya, hey Matt, can you be less zesty when you talk? What does that even mean? God forbid I pronounce my words. Don Hardwick, thank you for the prime. Delighted we all stayed up overnight to watch the race, only for it to be solved in the steward's room at a reasonable hour. I know, right? Lady, thank you for becoming a P1 YouTube member. Just Julius, thank you for the super chat. We'll get GTA 6 before the FIA's decision.
Huh.
I need GTA 6 in my life, chat. I really do.
It's been delayed by crazy
So
amount
many
now, so-
times, yeah. That's when you know it's a waiting room. We start talking about Grand Theft Auto in a Formula 1 stream. Thanks for the love, chat. I appreciate the support and everybody tuning in.
Can't believe this. Shout out to Charlie, who does our edits our podcast. Just replied on WhatsApp going, any danger? So true. So that we've currently just recorded an hour podcast where basically through the whole thing we're just like, yeah, the title's over, Lando's won it, like it just needs to cruise, you know, the fuel thing's fine, don't worry about it. And then obviously at the end when we find out,
yeah, it's a
absolutely
wild podcast.
crazy.
It's very fun.
We,
you kind of see the sort of the general, just gradual increase in shit.
That is wild, by the way.
What?
The pictures of Oscar and Mark Webber leaving the track.
Oh no.
They are literally like grinning.
Are they?
Which is if that is that's I'm grinning because I'm closer in the championship, or is it a grinning because we've not been disqualified? But for their,
they wouldn't be grinning unless
They
they,
wouldn't be
were the
grinning.
only ones not disqualified.
exactly.
Aeroplane,
Or-
super chat. Go on.
Only Lando's car's illegal. Imagine that theory.
Arthur, I think the super chat. Do you think Rui Marquez is more nervous than McLaren or Red Bull trying not to be another Massey situation? Would be interested to see the amount of wear. This is from Aeroplane. Watching it back, Oscar's car was slamming into the ground so much harder than Norris. Abby, thank you for the prime. Luke, Stewart's looked at skid wear from Stroll, but no further investigation. He just had a bad car. He's handed an Imodium.
Look at that.
Right.
That's, oh wait, the focus isn't going to
Yeah,
be
the
there.
focus is horrendous.
Hang on.
Oh, wow.
That's
Big old
Oscar
smile.
leaving the track.
Yeah, just a little
Just a
cheeky
little-
smile. You might have seen someone he likes.
Mark Webber as well.
Luke, yeah, thank you for the super chat, mate. That's a very generous donation. What up? Thank you for the prime. Jen, thank you for the super chat. One Mickey Mouse show courtesy of the FIA wasn't enough tonight.
Way.
Gabby, please
one.
read my last super chat. You skipped. Sorry, Gabby. This is pretty mental right now. Let me go back. Where are we? Gabby. There we are. Could it be taking so long because it could be fuel and skid wear?
Oh yeah, there
wait.
could be a minus 25 point reduction.
It doesn't
as
matter.
well
It's
if it's
disqualification, disqualification. If it's just the skid wear, like that's still a disqualification. Sorry that I missed your super chat. Movell, come on, FIA. I'm supposed to start work now. Yeah, my it's literally light outside now. Harry, when I watched Oscar's overtake on Hadjar, I thought the car sparked heavily. As a PS3 fan, I feel like I should be gutted, but I'm chilling. Yeah, you be chilling, my guy. Although, to be fair, I'd be less chilling in the fact that had they at least not got Oscar disqualified, should this happen, then Oscar would have gained a huge amount of points on Lando in the championship, and he'd have been 9 behind.
Yeah.
Razor, slowing down that much is about fuel. Yeah, but also slowing down for wear with the car as light as it is would be, I don't know. Well, but then you'd think that you'd scrape more with heavy fuel. I think it was both. I think there was a fuel problem as well. Robert, once the disqualification is applied, do you really think Lando will be able to take the pressure of Max breathing down his neck, or will he crumble? I don't think he'll crumble. It just depends whether Max can beat him.
Depends how if Max is competitive, it's going to be closer. But
If Max is within 7 points come Abu Dhabi, and it's a winner-take-all scenario, and they're on the front row of the grid, then we've got a different scenario on our hands. Kerry, question I work, the standing out as Lando. No. So Lando will be on 390, Oscar will be 366, and Max will be 366. It'll be 24 points separating the top three.
God, come on. This is agony.
Ridiculous. Elliot, this is where you know we've been waiting a long time. Do you have a favourite baked good item? I love... What do I like the most that's a baked good?
This is like Matt
No,
picking between his favourite. Like,
Yeah,
if
no,
he had,
all
if
of
he had
my
like
sweet
10
treats.
children and you had
Yeah,
to
yeah.
pick between them all.
Like you, what's my favourite? I do like a cinnamon swirl. Yeah, that's a...
that's a good choice.
Yeah, but only when it's done well.
Oh, yeah. Fluffy.
I'm a big fan of just a standard chocolate croissant as well. Like, you can't go wrong.
Pain au chocolat.
As a thoughts on the F1 Academy safety car and tractor, FIA are not really putting safety at the front anymore. I didn't see it actually, as I didn't watch the F1 Academy. I saw there was a crash on the formation lap, which is pretty mental. Jord, thank you for the super chat. Floozy, tweet from Piastri season shows a video of Webber and Piastri with the biggest grins on their face. That's what Tommy showed us. Elliot, you've already shouted you out. To Tom, do they check all the cars or just a few? If not, is that fair? Genuine, wonderful guys. Keep it up. All the best from Norway. Thank you, mate. So they don't check all of the cars. It's like randomly selected. Although I'm very surprised to see Norris and Piastri both checked for the same thing. But this was a question we had in China as well of like, with the... Or was it Austin, I think, actually, where... Was it Russell and Leclerc both got disqualified, and you sat there like, well, surely their teammates also ran too low,
exactly.
but they weren't investigated. Yeah, no, randomly. Sean, Hadjar and RB last 2 races to take it to the McLaren. Wow, that is quite some prediction. Fucking hell, lads! Like, can we hurry up?
This is painful.
I'm getting to a point now where I'm like, lads, can we sort this out, please? It's going to be Qatar predictions soon.
I was so confused. Katie just messaged me almond croissant, but I think she's watching the stream.
Hi, Katie. Hope you're well. Sorry Tommy ruined the result for you by coming down with a bloody but daddy I love him t-shirt on. Well, no, to change into the t-shirt. If he just wore it, it'd be fine, right? But the fact he changed into it in front of you is mental. Although I'm kind of jealous at the same time. Alan, thank you for the super chat.
Katie's actual reaction was, if they're disqualified, do I get 2 prediction points? I was like, yeah, that's the predictions championship.
Yeah, it's wrapped up. Family predictions is done. We can't score a fucking point to save our
Grace
lives
next
in the
week.
family predictions. Oh, for sure. Brendan, I mean, to be fair, even Grace knows a lot of wheels. So
Yeah, I should go for Max win again.
Brendan, how much longer can they possibly take? Thank you for the P1 YouTube member. Monica, thank you for the super chat. Liam, has the FIA been too harsh on Ollie this year? No, because Ollie's done some pretty terrible, silly things when it's like red flags and passing under double yellows and things like that. So, of course, he's going to get big penalty points for that. DJ Azzy, both disqualified, biggest flop back on. Yeah, for both.
It looks worse.
Tommy's going to score 2 for that. Fuck, I forgot it's 2 rather than 1 for team predictions. No, actually, let's keep them in the championship. Don't disqualify them for the sake of the predictions. Alan, thank you for the super chat. It's close to the FIA's bedtime. We might need for tea. Mick, Christian Horner is running to replace Andy Cowell at Aston Martin. BBC Sport. Wow. That would be something.
What's that? Sorry.
Apparently, BBC Sport has run an article to say Horner is running to replace Andy Cowell at Aston Martin.
Wow.
Punisher, do you think if McLaren double DSQ, Red Bull should put Hadjar in the Red Bull to try and give Max more support? Also, can't believe I saw the double McLaren DNF at Austin in person, and now I'm seeing this. It would be very harsh on Yuki, but also, look, I don't mind it. I don't mind.
It's an interesting theory, actually.
It's a great
Just
theory.
Roll
Just
the dice.
Like, Yuki's not going to be anywhere near the front unless there's like some contractual stipulation which literally stops Red Bull unless they pay 100 million or something. Yeah, because contracts will protect Yuki, I'm sure, in that scenario. But from a championship perspective, why not chuck him in? James, odds Piastri, no DNF. Norris does DNF. On what? Sorry, I don't really understand the question. I think you mean DSQ, right? The odds of one of them. No, they're both getting disqualified, in my opinion. But it's taking so fucking long. Garlic Breadman, damn, what time is it for you guys? It is 9:09 in the morning. Insane dedication to still be online for this. Love you guys. Also, if the McLarens are both disqualified, I feel Max is going to romp home in the World Drivers' Championship one way or another. Imagine. Diogo, thank you for the super chat. Thin, I was on turn 17. The McLarens were sparking a lot. So you're the one that called it in. Pars, it took the FIA less time to declare MBS as president again.
Wow.
Christy, what has happened in the timeline for Max to go from struggling at the start of the season to now potentially winning the championship? Keep up the good work, lads. I know.
Yeah.
FIA official, do you guys want to get a second extension for more super chats, or can we announce it now? Someone's made a YouTube account called FIA official. Tommy's off. See you later. Orange, Netflix are creaming right now. Great. Tickle McPickle, think of the tier 1. Floozy, what repercussions did Gabby get for T1? He got a 5-place grid drop and 2 penalty points. Jesus, 26,000 of you on YouTube. Big up. FIA trying to find a way to not disqualify McLaren at this point, says Nunya. Jaden, think of the prime. Jord, Max has left the track and gained an advantage. Ipet Cow, they were checked because their cars were fireworks even near the end of the race. It's true. They were sparking a lot. Monica, think of the super chat. Brendan, how much longer can they possibly take? I know, it's ridiculous at this. I genuinely thought the stream would be 20 minutes. Kestrel, do you think that they need to introduce a time period after the race to decide such things? It's dragging on far too long. I don't know. I want them to make the right decision. And I guess any decision after the race, does it really affect anyone massively? I guess within the broadcast, it's be ideal. But I guess with things like this where it's technical regulations, right? And it's making sure everything is absolutely correct. It's annoying, but it's Formula One, and we know how it goes. Sagar, thank you for the prime. Jacob, think of the super chat. Do you think McLaren will now favour Lando with Max within a race win? Does this potential penalty favour Max or Oscar more? So McLaren have said no. McLaren have said they will not back Lando or Oscar in the championship, no matter what the points are. So they would rather lose the championship to Max. Well, they're going to be tested on that theory now, because Zach Brown said it, I believe. They're going to be tested on that theory, because
they will be, yeah.
Max is coming. And so is Tommy. The Kestrel, do you think that they need to introduce... Oh, no, I've already read that one. Monica, they found out McLarens are illegal all season. Ooh. Raptor, crazy that if this disqualification comes in, it will be a 24-point gap in the championship. It will indeed. Max and Oscar on the same points. Any danger, any danger, any danger, any danger.
I can't believe how long this is taking. The fact that Ferrari, they're like, yeah, Ferrari, let's just DSQ them straight away.
They went, mate, you've not yet. Like, surely Ferrari. Like, you're all good. It is, yeah, there is, I'm not pessimistic. There is a part of me that goes, but why?
But why is this taking
so long? Someone said earlier, which to be fair has not been fact-checked, but that it took 45 minutes between the summons of Charles Leclerc and the disqualification in China, which makes sense. I think that's about right, because we were recording the podcast.
We were recording it, and it happened during it, yeah.
Yeah. Go CA, think of the super chat. Shuei Bikbal. If McLaren is qualified, potential for both to Lyco in next race and opposed to drastically raising the ride height, especially with the Brazil plank rumour. I don't know what they do. But I think it spells concern for McLaren because they weren't exactly the fastest car. I mean, they were. Lando was on par with Max, wasn't he, when they were both in clean air? But if they have to make big setup changes, Champion back on. Oscar, is there any Uber? Is there any Uber for delivering the breakfast for this two-man? What do you think? Verstappen on the charge? Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I've already had breakfast, but that was at 5 a.m, so I might have to have a second breakfast.
Second breakfast.
Liam, Marshall's on track again.
Breakfast.
Who let this happen? I know. Yeah, that's not even been spoken about, has it? They were all just running out of turn one
crazy.
exit whilst they were racing. Raptor, thing with the prime. Lego Ferrari 14. This is arguably worse than the Ferrari double DQ earlier in the year, specifically because of the stakes behind the outcomes this late in the season. It's a massive, massive blunder. Should McLaren be disqualified, this is a generational mistake.
Because they don't need to be pushing that hard.
But I guess it was probably because the practice sessions were so sort of impacted. You had practice 3, which was wet. Practice 1, I think, was slightly wet as well at the beginning. Yeah. FP2 was sort of interrupted in the last 15 minutes. They had hardly any long running, so I can understand to some degree how they made that mistake, but it doesn't make it forgivable. Devin, if they do disqualified, it makes Max losing his mind in Spain, Kimi taking him out and not staying out in Brazil hurt so much more. I think the only one you can say in that one without it getting ifs, buts and maybes is Spain, because that was his deliberate action. So if he loses by 9 points, I will never let Tommy forget about that. Ihan, thank you for the super chat. Why would they need such a long time to deliberate? Are they arguing over the definition of a plank? I don't understand. I really don't. Andrea Stella has just returned to the McLaren hub. It is 1:05 in the morning in Las Vegas and has not commented on anything. His face said it all. I don't know where that's come from.
Face said it all, good or bad?
I assume bad. I read that as bad, but...
Unless he was like, yay.
Okay, so Stella and Brown are out of the FIA. Guys, what is happening? I think we're going to get an answer soon, chat. I think we're going to get an answer soon.
Thought that.
Jensen Button, think of the prime. Stewart's probably playing
Jensen,
poker or something. Gavin, how happy will Max be if both cars are disqualified? Very, 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 very happy. Sylvia, I took a beating for breakfast. I took a beating for breaking the coffee table when Schumacher took out Hill and Adelaide at 1 point difference in the last race. That was the stress. I don't blame you. Although I wouldn't have taken the coffee table out because I'm a Schumacher fan, so I would have celebrated. Kim has posted pics. Oh, they do not look like happy boys. I mean, but they could just be walking, and that could be a moment in time.
Where's the picture of them both?
It was posted in the... it's Kim Illman's Twitter.
Let's have a look. I love it that you're just analysing their face.
But why? The smirk.
Is that a bit of a smirk? There's a slight smirk.
Adam Cooper said, McLaren F1 confirms to waiting journalists that there will be no Andrea Stella media session tonight, but there will be a statement after the FIA verdict is official, a clear indication that it's likely to be a double disqualification. Yeah, I mean, if Andrea Stella's not chatting, he don't want to talk if he's been disqualified. They've been disqualified.
Yeah, they'd cancel it for a reason, right?
Best reality show ever. I know, right? This is Formula One in a nutshell. What other sport do you have where you just
This
sat
level
around
of
for
drama,
hours on afterwards?
waiting for a technical infringement decision. What a ridiculous sport, isn't it?
Andre, if Max does win this season, at the end they will Scooby-Doo unmask Stella and reveal it was Massey all along. Rongi, I thought Norris was getting disqualified because of fuel. Nope, it's plank.
I can't believe that it's actually going to be 25-point swing.
Dub, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's mad. Ghost, do you think guys think after the constructors was decided McLaren stopped sharing data across the garages? That's why Lando has an edge due to experience. Well, they've always said they've shared everything, so I don't think that would have changed personally. But Matt, you'll get your prediction of a rookie podium. I will, but Tommy will score more points, I think, with this. So we're cooked. Marwin, thank you for the prime.
We'll go through it.
JRSM, at this point, DSQ everyone will have a race again with all drivers dead tired and F1 fans are sleep deprived.
No,
Good.
I think this result's perfect if it stays.
Yeah, I'm kind of good as well. Alan M, why is it taking so long? FIA official, thank you for the super chat. Shit, guys, McLaren just gave me 100 million to keep my mouth shut. Sorry, they're going to keep the points. Even Max has given up waiting. His jet just left Vegas. Don't blame him. Thornridge. Us. What is the result of the investigation? For our engineer, we are checking. Lornia, what if somehow the plank was under 10 millimeters when they fitted it? It's still, it has to be brand new, I'm pretty sure. Gavin, how happy? Oh, I've already said that one. Hydro Phoenix, thing for the prime. NC, they're putting dryers on. Mathis, double point season finale. Yeah, I'm down for that. 070 Scott, is it just me or is the drama this year shaping up one of the best F1 seasons in the last 20 years?
It's mad how it's changed from like, this is so anticlimactic to,
I know.
oh my god, the hype going to the last few races has flipped on its head so hard. It's crazy if it happens.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Come on.
Oh, fucking hurry up. They've literally left. Chat, if you're this will make for an interesting, one of many interesting debates in our P1 live shows that we do in the UK and Ireland in December. I think there's a few tickets left for Ireland and there's a few tickets left for Manchester. The others are sold out. So if you want to come along, probably just worth shouting that out now.
Let me drop the
Drop
link.
a little link to the tickets. Fucking hell, there's 32,000 of you in here right now. 32,000 of you. Are you lot all right? Fucking hell.
Madness.
Yeah, big up to each and every one of you. Chat, I'm going to ask again. Like, YouTube, come on. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have we gained any subs? Fucking hell, we've gained some subs. Jesus.
Yeah, get subscribing.
Chat, let's get that sub up. I'm going to refresh. Come on, let's get to 593. We're 12 away from 593k subs.
Hit that subscribe button.
Come on. I'm refreshing. I'm refreshing right now. Come on, let's get to 593 at the very least. Oh my God, here we go. The subs are coming in. 592,999. Chat, you're popping. Come on, let's get to 593. All right, we're at 593. All right, let's get to 594. Wow, Jesus. This actually works. Guys, you're subbing. I love you. Oh my God, that's an extra 200 people have just subscribed. Chat, it's free to subscribe, and we would appreciate trying to hit 600k by the end of the year. Oh yeah, my God. Chat, yeah. Whoa! Oh my God, we're nearly at 594. What the fuck?
What?
Chat.
You should chat more often.
Oh my days. Wow. I actually can't believe we nearly got to 594 already. That's mental. Thank you so much for subbing, chat. I appreciate you. Farming. Well, I have to, right? Like, this is a great opportunity for people to sub to the channel. And we're at 594,238 now. Bruv. 594,238. Can we get 595? going, what? Oh my God, the amount of subs that are coming are insane.
What?
Jesus Christ. Chat, we're at 594,568. Oh, we may as well fill the time in something, right? And clicking
Yeah,
the subscribe
exactly.
button is free and it
like
supports us
the
massively.
video.
If there's one thing to thank us, it's subscribing
Yeah,
for
exactly.
doing the waiting room. We're nearly at 595,000 subs. Are you? Okay, I actually can't believe that's worked. That's fucking mental. Chat,
Let's
you
get
are
to 600.
amazing.
I mean, we'd need quite a few more people
Chat,
in here. But
P1 Army is
man.
undefeated. Can we get some hearts in the chat,
The
please?
goats.
The fucking goats you lot are. 600k live stream would be crazy, but there are 29,000 of you watching, so that's on YouTube specifically. Oh my God, we're at 595. Chat. Oh my God.
I feel like
hold
this
on,
is the
hold
first
on, 1
P1
second.
Stream again.
Hi, FA8. Could you just wait like 10 minutes? Just 10 minutes. 10 minutes and we'll get to 600k subs and then just release the decision, right? Cool. All right. Wait, why are people saying 20 minutes? Is that actually legit? Who said 20 minutes? FIA says 20 minutes. Why?
No.
Why are the FIA...
Wait.
No, where is this? Don't tell me the FIA has
Don't
done a
tell me
tweet
this is
saying...
some like. No, you're being baited by some.
595,476. Chat, you are unbelievable. Thank you so much for subbing.
Yeah, you're the
Brazilian
goats.
journalists, according to someone on Twitch. 20 minutes? A message from your Amazon delivery driver. I'm trying to deliver your package. I don't give a fuck. I'm waiting for the P1.
Deliver me a double
News
McLaren
updates.
disqualification, please.
Oh, hurry up. What did we get to in the subs? 595,642. Can we get to 596, chat? Come on. There's got to be a few of you that aren't subbed. 350 more to get to 596. Louis, thank you for the prime. Utgu, let's get them to 600k on stream. Woo, let's go. I appreciate that. Thank you so
thanks,
much,
chat.
Utgu. Thank you. Slitherrug, thank you for the prime. Burton, thank you for the prime. Zoldy, thank you for the prime. Robert, thank you for the tier 1. Thrillville, thank you for the prime. Tobias, thank you for the P1 YouTube member. Andromeda. Andrea cancelling media sessions must mean it's not good news. Otherwise, he would be jumping to tell the media they're not disqualified, right? Yeah, I think so as well. Zara, thank you for the prime. LV, thank you for the 5 gifted. Chat, what the fuck's going on? What's going on right now? Alex, thank you for the super chat. I just realised I was never subbed after ages. Alex, come on, lock in. You weren't subbed. To be fair, the algorithm's unbelievable these days. You don't really need to be subbed, but it means a lot to us if you are subbed. Moose, thank you for becoming a P1 YouTube member. Cess, thank you for the prime. Splinter, thank you for the prime. Sub, thank you for the super chat. Kieran, 600k before verdict in, please. That would be... I'd actually start crying. Maybe not. I might not cry. I don't know. I don't think I've got any tears left after the Ferrari season that I've currently witnessed this year. Go Stomper, thank you for the super chat. C. Guilford, YouTube's Shelley. Oh, you're all becoming P1 YouTube members. Wow. Oh my God, the amount of you that are becoming P1 YouTube members. That's not what I was asking for, but I appreciate it all the same. We're at 596. Holy fuck. 596 subs, chat. We're less than 4k away. Crazy. We're at 30,000 concurrents on YouTube now. What the fuck? C. Guilford, YouTube Shelley, V1 Rotate, all becoming P1 YouTube members. Chris Mayer, could there be more problems for McLaren because it takes so long? I don't know what more problems it would be than a disqualification. Unless they found like a sale note from another team for doing dodgy stuff. Lukey, thank you for becoming a P1 YouTube member. Thank you for becoming a P1 YouTube member is what I tried to say. Freyard, I can't tell when I have overstayed my welcome. Sorry. When have you overstayed your welcome, Freyard? NT, thank you for the prime. Just Mandy, hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate you so much. 596,206 subs. Wow. Alex, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Valve, Nivara, Marcos. If Norris fell foul of a fuel sample / weight and had a plank wear issue, would a grid drop be warranted in Qatar next time out? I love it. The amount of... No, he's not going to get a grid drop for the next race because of something that happened in Vegas.
Hypothetically, what if only one car was disqualified? I mean, that would explain why Mark Webber and Oscar Piastri were grinning like crazy when they left.
Temp, thank you for the prime. Dawn, thank you for the prime. Super Streamer, thank you for the prime. 12 months, thank you. Betoxy, thank you for the prime. The Electric Brain, we're always all right. Only those who don't watch the drama aren't. Will Straw, under 25 points. Tommy Max t-shirt when? What do you mean? He's got a Max T-shirt. Do you mean me? Dudbomb, Keep It Real, Slappy, Inga, Situation, Donvac, Cross, Crazy, Moose. Oh my god, the amount of subs you guys. DC Siobhan, thank you for the 5 gifted. Unmerciful, thank you for the Prime. Bellas, what will be the points gap for Max if double DSQ? It'll be 24 points separating the top 3. Max is 24 points back, so would Oscar. Oscar, is it Deja Vu 2007 again? We will see. Juggle, I'm pulling an Anakin Skywalker if it isn't a double DSQ. Will Straw, thank you for the super chat. Edith, will you record an emergency podcast with the updated predictions? I think we're just going to do a segment.
We'll do a segment and we'll
predictions will get
update the
an update
predictions.
for-
Yeah. We'll do an updated little
Kieran,
thing
thank you
that
for
we'll
Brian.
put on the end.
James, will AI make a race strategist obsolete? I hope not. I hope not. What subs are we on now? 596369. Big up to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subbing on YouTube. You are legends. Legends, I tell you. YouTube, I know Twitch, you're amazing as well. The subs you've been putting in, but YouTube, I'm just big W's. The support's insane. And we've got a hell of a lot more Formula One action, news, and everything else in between coming next year with the new regs. I can't wait for another fresh slate. It's going to be mental. Robert, thank you for becoming a member. Rafi, thank you for the super chat. Does Lewis Hamilton have any hope? Not currently, and he doesn't seem to have any either. Ryan, 600k party, sleep deprived, McLaren in the bin, max title win stream, I'm here for it. Garrett, 600k before release. I appreciate all the love, chat. You are awesome. Thank you so much. What are we on? 596462 subs. 3.5k is going to be difficult. We need more people to join and sub, I think. But it's still been an insane gain. Liam, no pen in Qatar. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's good. Vivid, was Piastri under Lando's car with effing sandpaper? Goddamn, Aussies love sandpaper. Four-act, is Oscar washed? He is a little bit washed at the moment. He is, if we're being completely honest with you. Reich, thank you for becoming a member. Johnny, hi Matt, I'm about to drive my son to his karting session. Can you not say F duck for the next hour so I can continue to listen? Oh God, I literally said the F bomb about a minute ago, I think, reading another member thing. But I appreciate the super chat, Johnny. I'll do my best, but if McLaren get disqualified, there's going to be an F bomb, I'm pretty sure. Ryan, thank you. Jag, Robert, Dragon, thank you for becoming a member. Flaver, Visual, plank check should be mandatory for top 3 to 5 every race. I think so. I think
Cherno has said, we already know this, McLaren have announced they will come forward with a statement and will not be speaking to the media.
Jabs, Alexander, Kaz, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Ant, thank you for the Prime. Nicholas, thank you for becoming a YouTube member as well. Just Bex. Championship is so back on, boys, says Suit. C. Guilford, did you see Fred Vasseur pull Lauren Meckies away from the post-race interview to talk in private? Makes you wonder if that's what they were discussing. Maybe. Mountain, thank you for the Prime. Yarth says, guys, for 20 minutes, can you talk about something else? Because I'm stressed, like how you guys met, how you guys started this, etc. Yarth, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm fully dialed in on whether McLaren against disqualified or not.
P1
Myself and Tommy,
for another time.
we met on Grindr, and the rest is history. Tony, thank you for the Prime.
The funniest thing is the amount of people that think you're serious. I saw a tweet once where someone was like, "Wait, they're not a couple." I was like,
I love the amount of realities people have of us.
P1 law. So funny.
Oh dear. And honestly, if me and Tommy were together, we'd be doing it in the same room. Like, come on. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. FIA need to automate stuff. Visual, Max is about to pull the heist of the century, not counting Abu Dhabi 2021. Hey, Max hasn't done anything. This is McLaren's own doing. Dan, while we are waiting, go vote for P1 to win Creator of the Year in the Autosport Awards. That's a good thing to do, chat. Chat, imagine if 31,000 of you all voted for us to win Creator of the Year. That would be crazy. Yeah, forget the P1 live show. Let's get rid of that for a second. Unpin. Chat, you don't even need to sign up to anything. Let me show you. Pin vote for us here. my computer's lagging with the amount of people that are. Oh, I did /pin for the wrong thing. Well done, Matt. Vote for us here. Send. I'm trying to pin. Let me pin. Let me pin. The chat's moving too quickly. Oh my god, my computer's actually blowing up. Pin. Has that done it? Message pinned. All right. I think we've done it. Blindy Knife, thank you for the Prime. Andy, thank you for becoming a P1 YouTube member. Just Mandy, thank you for the Super Chat. P1 sabotage McLaren to get more subs. Imagine. The real gain here is P1. Let me see. What's the subs at? 596,655. That is mental. Chat, if anyone's just joining, please subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to hit 600k before the end of the year, and you have helped massively with that. I know we've been joking about how long this is taking, but this is actually mental. Like, do they not know that we all have lives? And we don't have lives enough to go and do other things while waiting. We have to sit here and wait. You know what I'm saying? Rachel, I think, the tier 1. P. Zuma. Maybe Max Drive for Ford Weck when he retires? Oh, he's going to do them all. He's going to do it all, isn't he? So, apart from Indy, I think. Andrea doesn't look cheery, lads. Oh dear. Is there any news? No, there is not. What the I don't even know what that... I'm trying to do the maths right now of that.
The maths of what?
Fucking hell. That is a ridiculous... That is a ridiculous super chat from... Andy Zhang, do Max Verstappen. Thank you so much, Andy. I just saw $6,500 and shit my pants. But it's I had to do the what is it, new Taiwan dollar, but it's still an insane donation. Thank you so much, Andy.
Thank you, legend.
Oh my god, there's another fucking Tam. Thank you for the £100 super chat. Was up at 2 a.m. with you for the race stream. The drama now is nuts, and thanks for being the best F1 streamers / YouTubers. Thank you, Tam. Thank you for being here. You know, like we're all just living and breathing the emotion of this ridiculous sport together. And myself and Tommy are very lucky to be in this situation. So much for not swearing. Look, I'm sorry. Anything over £100 super chat gets an F-bomb, so I really apologise. Ashton, Fred made me choke on my lobster when I heard him say their goal is to win before the end of the year, like you haven't had an upgrade since Austria. I love the memes about Fred of the fact that he is like the potential man. He always talks about that there was potential in the car. Voted. Thank you, guys. Guys, thank you so much for voting. They're going to think we've spammed it with bots.
Yeah.
The amount of people that are voting for us. Thank you so much for voting, chat. You're legends. You are absolute legends. It'd be cool to win an award. It'd be very cool. This is a money glitch, someone said. This is the infinite money glitch.
McLaren are just getting disqualified. We've pretended the whole time. It's not actually
happening. we've just blocked the
created
news
the greatest Formula One hoax of all time.
For sure.
McLaren are getting disqualified.
Sharon, how long is it going to take for them to release the results? I wish I knew.
I wish I knew. It's killing me now. I'm not going to lie.
Sylvia, thank you for becoming a member. Same for Jerome. Sorry. Maisha, thank you for a gifted sub. Ashton. Fred made me... Oh, no, I've already read that one out. Doug, the Autosport Awards Creator of the Year profile photo doesn't do much to persuade people that you guys aren't a couple. Oh, yeah, we have our arms around each other, don't we? At least we're not kissing. ADTR...
That's the other shot. That's if we win. That appears behind us when we do the speech.
God. Rumour, McLaren to unveil new bottling factory at their Woking HQ. That says ADTR. Tam... And I've read you out. Thank you again, though. That's a ridiculously generous donation. Tim, what song is better, Da-da-da-da or Max Max Super Max? It's got to be Da-da-da-da.
It's Da-da-da-da, yeah.
The Silver Alpha, the only reason why it's taking this long is because Hinchcliffe has to get back into the Mickey costume to make the announcement. That's absolutely brilliant. To think that James Hinchcliffe was the person in the Mickey Mouse outfit is great. Bodhi, 20 minutes in your channel and I feel like I'm invested for life. This is thrilling. Have you only just joined, Bodhi? Thank you. We got lots more Formula One stuff if it takes your fancy. Dennis, I bet for Max to win the championship when he was 104 points away with a 51 odd. I need McLaren to DSQ. Oh, you bet on Max to win the championship. That's crazy. 5 minutes till the decision, apparently. We will see. We will see. Sylvia, hi from Australia. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sylvia. John Stone, FIA, we need to keep F1 fans on the edge of their seats. Stewards take a billion years to make a decision about McLaren. Matt and Tommy, pissed. And thank you for the prime. No, I'm not pissed. This is awesome to have so many of you here just chilling with us. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any super chats because you guys are being amazing. Ben had a gut feeling about a DSQ even before it was investigated. Piastri seemed to spark so much going offline. Will Straw, Max within race win. Tommy wearing t-shirt when? Oh, that's the second time someone said that. What did you say? I thought you were going to get a... I keep seeing people saying official.
Oh yeah, Zach Brown's confirmed it to a journalist that they will be disqualified. It's not official yet, but
it's not
the journalist has
oh my god, just say it. Just say it. Please.
Jenna Fryer, who is a US journalist.
I am not saying
Sports.
it until other people say it.
No, I know. But tells me Norris and Piastri will be disqualified.
Until I have...
FIA has not confirmed.
Second in the standings. FIA has not confirmed. What a generational fuck up from McLaren. Wow. Oh, feel sorry for Lando. He did enough.
Yep.
On a human level. You know that.
Without this and the Zandvoort DNF, like he's already won the championship easily,
of the world.
And he, you know,
but from an entertainment standpoint, fucking hell, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, I've said about 4 F-bombs in the last minute. Really sorry to whoever was driving with their child. Really sorry. No, I'm kind of not sorry though. You know what you're dealing with a P1 live stream. Chris explains why they were so quick in the rain. Priyanka, release the McLaren. Crazy. Vlog David, Zelia, that Shane Van Gisbergen for AS Rookies of the Year, though. Banana Farts, Sting of the Prime. Septian, what if it's taken so long because they're looking at the Brazil rumours also? No, they're not. 4-act, odds on only... Oh my God, 4-act with a fucking £100 donation. I did an F-bomb, but it's a £100 donation, so I'm allowed to do it. Odds on only Oscar getting the DSQ, hashtag British bias. No. That's not from what we're seeing. DHV, there's to be a whole DTS episode about this now. Well, especially if they lose the championship.
I think even if they don't, it's
Rog,
the twist.
Rog, thank you for voting. Love your show. Hoping for you to say championship back on in some time. We will when it's confirmed. Dave, shout out to my colleagues, Elliot and Chris, both McLaren fans, no doubt standing on a bridge over the... Not yet. One more 600k push. What are we on? What's the subs on right now, chat? 596959. Surely we can get to 597, chat. If you're not subbed, 32,000 of you watching on YouTube. Fucking hell. The standings has changed on the F1 website. Well, make a bloody... But why are they not just saying? Hello? Anybody? Can anybody? No, it hasn't. All right, you're all just chatting shit then again. The doc is out. I bet it isn't. I bet I'm baited once again because I have FIA notifications on. Wait, why are there no tweets on the FIA website? What's going on the website? Tweets. Oh, there we go. Nope, still nothing. It's official. Where?
No, you're thinking of that. You're probably reading that journalist tweet of the Zach Brown thing.
F1 standings. Look at the F1 standings. Yeah, but that's
on
not...
what?
On the F1 website, I assume? On the F1 app driver standings. How is that where we're getting our news from?
That's not a thing, guys.
For God's sake. The F1 app. No, I need an announcement. Just anybody. Why is someone
That is
scared?
mad, though, that someone has done it at F1 and changed it, because I can see it. The driver standings on the official F1 website is 390 Norris, 366 Piastri, 366 Verstappen.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. How is the F... Someone's just gone, fuck this, I'm going to bed. Update standings.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Chat, we're at 597k. You're legends. Thank you all so much for subbing. This is utterly redonkulous. Why are we being teased so much? Andrew, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Official Tom Gaming, thank you for the Prime. This is absolute cinema going on. Amy, hello from Australia. However, I'm not an Oscar fan. I'm a Max fan. Will you be in Qatar or Abu Dhabi? No, we won't. We'll be live. We'll be live, chat, with our watch-alongs, with our streams, with our podcasts. We have had opportunities, chat, I will say, to go to Qatar, to go to Abu Dhabi. We said no because we want to be here with all of you doing these watch-alongs, doing everything that we love doing to make sure that we give you the P1 content that you deserve. And we want to as well, right? We literally chose to do this because we love doing what we do. So
And Metallica are playing in Abu Dhabi, so that's how difficult it is for me to say no as well.
The fact Tommy said no to that is absolutely wild. So just want to let you know that, chat, we will be here for all the content. Because you don't know what happens behind the scenes. But we put you guys first at all times. Turbo, Zach Brown just told me that he's hungry and going to McDonald's. Great, thanks, Turbo. I didn't sign up for this drama as a McLaren fan, says I in Google. Kels, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. I've just had FIA doc for Oscar Piastri. FIA doc for Oscar Piastri. Wait, where is it then? Why have I just had a fucking notification and it's not... Yeah, 18 seconds.
Oh, here we go.
Disqualified! Oscar's disqualified. Oscar's disqualified. Oscar's disqualified. Oscar's disqualified. Oscar is confirmed disqualified. Shit in hell. Oh my God. Let me read this out. The rear skids of car 81 were measured and found to be below the minimum thickness of 9 millimetres, 8.88 millimetres on the front, 8.93 millimetres on the rear. The measuring device was a Mitoto micrometer, and according to the manufacturer specification, was accurate to within 0.001 millimetres. I think Lando's has come out as well. Let's have a look here. Oh my God, this is absolutely mental. Yes, Lando's.
Car 4. Yeah.
Lando's also disqualified. Confirmed. Exactly the same. 8.88 on the front and 8.93 millimetres. I'm going to throw up. This is mental. This is absolutely crazy.
Crying, throwing up.
And everything else in between.
Crying, screaming, throwing up. Wow. Okay. Should we do our live podcast reaction then?
I think so, yeah. Chat, do you want a live podcast reaction? How would you like that?
Because this will be the start of the podcast that we've already recorded, and then we will roll, and then we'll basically do like a sign-off that's like, here's the next bit of the podcast before we knew.
All right.
So you're getting a little... So
we've already recorded the main bolster of the podcast, chat.
Where I said the title's over and...
Yeah. So just remind me so my brain actually knows what I'm doing here.
So it's in the podcast sheet.
Okay, it's in the pod sheet. All right, that's good. All right,
so
chat. You're about to have a live pod. How about those
intro
apples,
announcing the news and how we have to re-record this intro.
Okay.
Then, hang on.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Focus up here.
Okay,
wait, hold on.
Are you ready?
No, give me 2 seconds. Oh, no, you can start recording. It's fine. I just need to put my blind down because it's light in my room now and I'm not used to... Oh, that's your face. I did not mean to do that. Okay, one sec. Need it to look good, you know?
Yeah.
For the most insane bit of news in quite some time. All right. We're locked in. Okay. Someone's just dropped 50 gifted. Oh, no, it's going to do that thing again where we try and record and then Zoldy's dropped 50 gifted. For fuck's sake, Zoldy, thank you so much. But we've got nearly 40,000 people in here doing a live podcast. Zoldy, thank you so much for the 50 gifted. Oh, Joel, thank you for the championship back on. Oh, God. Okay. I'm so torn right now. Okay. So, right. Podcast sheet. Let's talk about this. Oh, my God. Okay. Welcome back to the P1 podcast with Matt and Tommy. There it is. Okay. Am I doing from the top, like an intro?
Yeah.
What? Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing the whole thing. All right, here we go then. Chat, you're going to see a live podcast, which you've not seen in a very long time, so I hope you feel very, very happy to be here. Also, if you're watching the YouTube, please subscribe. Right. Close that. Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the P1 podcast with Matt and Tommy. Now, with the laugh, you probably understand that we've had quite the long ending to the Las Vegas Grand Prix because some things have happened. A most monumental bombshell. We thought it was over. We've done an entire podcast, which you're going to listen to, by the way. A lot of it is, of course, still very accurate, still very, normal, right? That's all staying.
Really isn't.
Some of it is insane, but it's actually quite funny to listen to the gradual of like the sort of gradual increase of what is going on. I'm seeing more
for the
and more of
context,
this.
we were basically recording as the news came in, which is...
Are we going to do it together? Or
Let's
are we doing
do
it?
it.
That was like a real big tee up.
We could do it.
No, this is so weird. All right, I'm just going to say it.
You say it.
Both McLarens have been disqualified from the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Yes, this is not the 1st of April. This is not April Fools. We are not trolling. We are not baiting. This is absolutely real. I
can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it because
I am shell shocked.
We have said this so many times, haven't we? About like the title was over, and as we did the podcast, you'll get to listen to it after this bit. That we're basically saying like Lando has basically like got the trophy done. He barely needs to do anything now, and instead, the way this has gone means that we now have Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, and Max Verstappen within a race win with 2 races and a sprint to go.
So I just want to say as well, we're doing something for the first time in a very long time. There are 37,000 people listening and watching live to us doing this part of the podcast because we are doing a live stream. We wanted to do something to be sort of, part of the P1 community and wait for the decision, which took so long. Damn long to come out, but we're finally here. We can all sort of just breathe a sigh of relief.
I can't breathe.
Well, yeah, you're going to be absolutely insufferable whilst I try and tell you that Max can still win the championship. Be like, well, actually, I don't know about that one. So look, let's talk about it because we have to talk about what's changed now since the end of the race. So both McLarens have been disqualified from the Vegas Grand Prix, which is utterly insane. I can't believe I'm saying it out loud. We thought it was just going to be a Lando thing. We thought Lando was struggling for fuel. Would it be the fact of the fuel sample thing? Because that's what we were questioning. Lando was going slow in the last few laps. But no, it turns out to be the plank. The plank was the problem, not just with Lando's car, but with Oscar's as well. Let me get the full FIA document up because it's worth just reading out. Oh, they're very similar. In fact, they both had exactly the same measurements.
Which is crazy.
Which is mental. So the rear skids of car 4, and of course you can say 81 as well, were measured and found to be below the minimum thickness of 9 millimetres specified under Article 3.5.9 of the technical regulations. The relevant measurements were RHS front, 8.88 millimetres, and RHS rear, so basically the front and rear plank, 8.93 millimetres. And essentially, the measuring device was accurate to within 0.001 millimetre. Both measurements were the same by what we've seen in both the documents. And that was the reason for the disqualification. Why it took so long, I don't know. But this reminds me of Charles Leclerc in China, who had exactly the same problem. It was a double DSQ that day for Ferrari, but Lewis had a different problem. But back
my
to
God,
today,
like, how?
Huh?
These are the championship leaders, and as we've kind of mentioned before, like they didn't need to push this much. Like Max was out of the championship. Really, the only way that Max could have back into this championship was if he won the race, and they didn't score. and they have now been disqualified. That is the exact scenario
Mate.
that has happened. I think for context, we need to say that basically after the Brazilian Grand Prix, they believe that they've changed the way things have been done with the skid block, because teams were using devices, they believed, that were expanding the titanium blocks. And basically, like, it's very interesting that this story had already come out that this was potentially happening, and within the very next race, McLaren have been disqualified with both their cars.
It's something that it's a very viable theory, I think, that this has come out after Brazil.
It's not
very coincidental indeed. A lot of fans, a lot of people watching along with us were saying, look, we saw the sparks from both Lando and Oscar, and
even when Lando was cruising, the sparks were flying.
And it's turned into a double disqualification, which I think we just need to just talk about that for a second. Obviously, this is the benefit of hindsight. Obviously, this is McLaren have been disqualified. How could this happen? But I'm also sat here as a fan going, if it was marginal, why are we even going down this route? Like, it's utterly
Crazy.
insane. McLaren, the only way they bring Max Verstappen into the World Championship is if they make a blunder like this, or if both of them have a crash or whatever. This is exactly what's happened. Now, I will say, of course, setting up a car is difficult, and also as well the race weekend that we had wet sessions, we had wet to dry sessions, we had interrupted free practice 2 at the end. And the talking point after quali was the fact that they hadn't done much long running, much heavy fuel running. So clearly McLaren, with that data, have not been able to sort a car setup that wouldn't drag their car along the ground as much as they predicted. And it's not an excuse, because it isn't. This is a generational fumble to bring Max Verstappen within a race win with 2 races and 1 sprint to go. It is, Tommy, categorically championship back on.
It is, and I think the thing, what is absolutely insane, and a lot of people are getting maybe a little bit ahead of themselves, because we could go in, and this is the pessimistic me talking.
Here we go. We come out.
No. But we could go into Qatar, and McLaren could still be very strong. As we said, the McLaren, if you look at the final 2 races, it's got McLaren kind of, it's their stomping ground. It's what should be suited for McLaren. But I think what maybe a lot of people that want a close championship, or Max Verstappen fans, are finding kind of very interesting, is if this is indeed the case, that McLaren now can't run their cars as low as possible, are they going to have to raise their ride height and sacrifice a bit of performance going into the final 2 rounds, which then opens it up, because we can see how close it is, the pecking order. And as you said, Max Verstappen now needs Charles Leclerc, needs Mercedes, Ferrari. I know his teammate is very unlikely, but he needs people getting in the mix, because it's still 24 points. It's a lot, but it is, of course, doable. We've seen it before. He needs other teams getting in that mix. And if McLaren do have to raise their car and they can't perform to their maximum, they may, they could struggle going into the last 2 rounds, which would be insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of headlines, isn't there? There's a lot of talking points from this. I think the biggest one for sure is that Charles Leclerc missed out on a podium by 0.2 of a second. That will be the thing that really runs into Qatar, is the fact that, that is devastating. I will lose sleep tonight when I finally go to bed thinking about that. But let's talk about what it means for Lando first and foremost. He is still the championship favourite. 24 points clear of his teammate, who he has been outperforming for many, many races now. Max is the form driver, but for Lando, he can still finish second in every single race behind Max, the sprint and the 2 races, and be world champion. Obviously, the question that you've asked there is whether McLaren are actually going to be as fast as we expect in Qatar, seeing what we've just seen in Vegas. I think that's a very valid thing to wonder. But for Lando, I think now he is fully focused on what Max and Red Bull can do, because he has the measure of Oscar at the moment, and I think that will continue for the next 2 races. I don't think as much as some people might wonder, oh, is Lando going to bottle it, this, that, and the other, I don't think it's fair to say that, considering what he has proved in the last part of this season in particular. I still think he is the favourite to win the championship. I still think he probably will. But we have seen crazier things happen in this season already. And I feel as though it's going to be so fascinating now, because he doesn't have the buffer to Max Verstappen that he had coming into Vegas. It has been cut down tremendously from 49 to 24.
The hype has flipped on its head.
Yeah, the hype has flipped on its head. I mean, from a championship perspective, right, from an entertainment perspective, from a neutral / Charles Leclerc fan, this is amazing to watch the next two races. Yeah, the hype of it's gone massive. From a human level, I feel massively sorry for Lando, who did absolutely everything he needed to from a champion-elect perspective, finishing second behind Max. You know, that was all he needed to do. And we go into this later on in the podcast as well, before they both got disqualified. But yeah, just mental scenes.
Yeah, because we were talking about the fact that Lando's basically all but won the championship now. He's got it won. And, you know, he's probably in some Vegas nightclub somewhere, was celebrating the fact that, you know, he's had a great race again, enjoying himself. Thinking
I don't know if he was celebrating.
Well, not celebrating.
I think he knew. I think he knew something was coming.
Yeah, but it is interesting that, yeah, he's the absolute flip on its head. And I don't know how, well, obviously we no one knows how this is going to go. And you make a very good point of, like, Lando has proved himself under the pressure in the kind of last few races. I think this is by far and away the biggest test, even more than last year, I think now, that he's going to go from essentially being in his head when he crossed the line, thinking, I've almost won the world championship. Like, you've got to be thinking that at that moment, like, that I've almost won this world championship, to now Max Verstappen, who we've said is a completely different ball game to being against Oscar Piastri, who's got the measure of now. Someone that, you know, we all saw what happened last year. Max drives very differently, and Max is going to now drive even more extreme with the opportunity of a world championship. And the pressure from Lando to go from almost believing he's won the world championship to now going in and thinking, how do I measure this risk versus reward? How do I play it against Max? Max is going to go for everything. I need to be cautious, but not too cautious. And the nerves, like, if he holds his nerves and wins the championship, like, it's about as much pressure as you could get, really, going into these final races for Max to be within a race win.
Now, let's talk about Oscar Piastri, who, of course, is still in this championship fight. I think he's the third favourite in this championship fight, or the least favourite, because there's only three of them still fighting. I'm actually seeing, because, again, this is utterly insane sort of scenario. We're live streaming, and I'm seeing a lot of people chatting away that Oscar's document has been recalled. Now, I wonder if that is because they've got the measurements wrong and they've copy and pasted it, because I can't imagine they had exactly the same measurements on both the front and the rear. Yeah. So I'm not going to start saying Oscar Piastri is not going to get disqualified, but I feel as though maybe there's going to be a clarification from the start where we said, oh, they've both got the same measurements. I don't think that's going to be the case. So either or, they're both still disqualified. I just think there might be a slight correction to what the document says. But for Oscar Piastri, in a weird, strange, odd way, this kind of works in his favour. If they're both going to get disqualified, it's when Lando outscores him, which is what happened. Obviously, in a better scenario, Oscar doesn't get disqualified and Lando does, and then it would have been 9 points, I believe, the gap between Lando and Oscar going into the final two races, and one sprint, of course. So for Oscar, it's a little bit of a saving grace to be 24 points behind rather than it would have been 30, I think, going into the final few weekends. He just needs to send it. He needs to absolutely just send it, even if he spins out trying to find time. He needs to find something if he wants to win this world championship, and it needs to be in the next session. In free practice 1, Oscar Piastri has to risk it all. And, whether, it's easier said than done with that, right? I know that for a fact. If you don't have confidence in the car, you don't have confidence. But Oscar, he's got to do something crazy. He's got to. He's got to do something.
He kind of does, but also for Oscar, in a weird way, like, because his pace has been so poor, there's obviously been pictures and of him.
Sorry,
go on.
I've just
we
seen
had
that
the
his
news?
docs come in. Yeah, I saw the
Was it
first
even
part. I was
more?
like, oh my god, it was so close. But then the front was bad. So
Oh, okay.
the front of his skid was 8.96 millimeters, and I was like, oh, that's why I went or. But then the front, the LHS front, I don't understand these terms, was 8.96. The RHS front was 8.74, and the
Okay,
rear
so-
was 8.90.
Okay,
there you go.
so still disqualified, and yeah, Oscar. It's weird because Oscar was seen, him and Mark Webber almost like smiling as they were leaving. Now, obviously, that could have just been a moment where we see this a lot with Formula One, where one picture can't tell you the whole context of it. But of course, deep down, it is weirdly a win for him, and because it's not only has it basically put Oscar kind of back towards Lando. I think it also is a little bit of a win, and this is a stretch, but Oscar needs everything now because he's, as we've said before, like he doesn't really show that he's got much left to give. The pressure on Lando, and Oscar wasn't giving that pressure on Lando, but you bet that Max Verstappen will. And if Max Verstappen and Lando start fighting and wheel banging and stuff, Oscar Piastri could be there to pick up the pieces. So that's another interesting dynamic, I think, which I think what makes it so fascinating is, yes, 24 points is a big gap going. It's not impossible. It is quite a big gap. Obviously, it's amazing to see that it's going, and it is just a race win. But I think the fact that it's 3 of them and 2 of them are teammates just adds even more spice into the fact that we've got this now.
Certainly. Now, another question also to sort of clarify, LHS and RHS means left-hand side and right-hand side. Thank you to the live stream chat for letting me know about that. It's great to have a little live audience. A question that on a lot of people's lips, does McLaren favour one driver? Do they finally put their eggs in Lando's basket? Because Max is level on points with Oscar. Well, if you go back to what Zach Brown, I believe, said a few races ago, they'd rather lose the World Drivers' Championship than back one of their drivers. Now
you go.
Now
Here's the
you've got to
scenario.
prove it. Now you've got to prove it. Because, you think of the scenarios, right? Say Qatar, the main race, Max is winning, Oscar's second, Lando's third. Oscar's only gaining 3 on Lando, but Max is gaining 10.
Where do they do? Yeah, what do they do? Because
swap the 2 cars to help Lando, but they've already said and vehemently stated that they are not going to do that.
And you can't throw it away for Oscar Piastri in case something happens. And this is what I think I've said before about Sebastian Vettel in 2010. Everyone wanted them to back Webber because Sebastian Vettel was out of it because it looked like it was Webber versus Fernando Alonso, Red Bull versus Ferrari. And if they had backed Webber all the way, Webber would have lost the title, Fernando Alonso would have won it, and Sebastian Vettel wouldn't have had enough points to clinch it. So equally, they weirdly can't, even if it is an insane situation where it's almost gone. Obviously, like if it is impossible, they could do something. But Oscar's not gonna want to. Like, you can't let Oscar give up a chance for him to be within a champion, like going for that world championship into the final race, even if it is 24 points again or 25 because they're level on wins, so could win on countback. Like so you can't deny him. So McLaren, yeah, they are going to have to stick to their guns and just let them both go for it.
Yeah, I'd imagine that probably Mark Webber has got in Oscar's contract, as long as he's mathematically in contention, he will not be a number 2 driver, if we're being completely honest with you there. So,
yeah.
So I imagine that McLaren will have to just play it out as is. So I guess the question, I've already stated that it's championship back on, but Tommy, can Max Verstappen win this world championship?
He can. He absolutely can. Will he? Obviously, like, I'm going to say this. I still think Lando is definitely the favourite. Obviously, the hype now of him being back in the title and it feeling really close, we're all super excited. And it's like, oh my God. Like, Lando still very much has it in his hands. His form has been amazing, as long as McLaren don't fumble again. But, we have seen McLaren fumble more than a few times, not just this year, but in their history. But Max, we're weirdly in the same situation we were kind of a few races ago, where he still needs to be perfect. Had he been eking out the lead and Brazil had gone his way and Mexico had gone his way, it's almost like de facto the same, that he would have ended up kind of about 20, 24 points or whatever behind 25, etc., going into these kind of final two races anyway, with the leaps that he was taking into the lead. So it's kind of flipped it. So those last two races where it didn't work for him has kind of changed that now, and now he's within it, but he is still a long way to go. But he can absolutely, do it. He just needs to be absolutely perfect. And as we mentioned at the start, he needs a Charles Leclerc, George Russell, Kimi Antonelli on their absolute best to basically be finishing second, third, and fourth, to make sure that the McLarens are finishing fifth, sixth, seventh, or whatever.
I do absolutely love that this F1 World Championship has thrown you so many insane scenarios to keep Max Verstappen in this World Championship.
It's mad, isn't it?
The fact that you said, Max, he's so far behind, he's completely out of the championship, then goes on a ridiculous run of wins out of nowhere, like out of absolutely nowhere. Red Bull get fast with Max at the helm. You then have, they have to crash when McLaren would have to come together. They come together in the sprint. They literally both DNF, Max wins the sprint. And now you have a McLaren double DSQ to keep the hopes, that sort of thin flame, alive. If this was Charles Leclerc in your situation, I would be in hospital right now. There would be no saving me in terms of believing. Of course, you're a lot more of a, let's not say pessimistic, let's say negatively realistic.
Negative, yeah, I think that's that.
I don't know how you're coping, mate.
No, it is. It makes it like, as I mentioned at the end of Brazil, I said, like, in a weird way, it's like rip the Band-Aid off of like, well, at least I know it's over now and can kind of relax. I didn't expect to be running into my wardrobe to get the "But Daddy, I Love Him" t-shirt and put it back on, because it is very much like a possibility, and the pressure and the expectation will just ramp up so much. And Max, it's a lot to ask, but he's got nothing to lose. It is also incredibly scary thought that we are getting to those 9 Spain point scenario that we said. Imagine if it cost him the title, those points they lost in Spain. And the way this championship is going, looks like it could literally be like a 9 point gap at the end.
Could easily be. And then, I can imagine it'll be a very depressing podcast at the end of Abu Dhabi, should that be the case, Tommy. But we will get there in only a matter of weeks. And that is it from this reaction to the McLaren DSQ. Don't worry, the rest of the podcast is coming after this. So lots more discussion about everything else that went on in the race.
Including
so you can enjoy that.
Some badly aged things, but also a lot of it will make sense, but there are some funny bits that you'll basically look back on and go, oh, that's funny in context. And also, of course, you'll get to see the live reaction as it came in, because we're recording.
It's a great listen, trust me. You're going to really enjoy this.
It's a lot of fun.
We will see you very soon, and I will now pass you over to past Matt and Tommy.
Goodbye. Lovely.
Okay, so that bit's done, chat. We now need to re-record the predictions.
Okay, let's start from the predictions then, yeah.
And then we will end the stream, chat. So, just from the top, is it?
So let's get into our predictions now we know the result, I'd say, yeah.
Okay. Right, let's get into our predictions. Now that we know the result, we've already recorded this, but then this was when we were having a meltdown. And so now we actually know the result. We can see what the predictions championship looks like between myself and Tommy. It's currently 51-48 to Tom Bellingham. We now go to a good surprise, where I went for Lewis Hamilton, who ended up 8th. From qualifying 20th. We've got a live chat here. I know it's the biggest stretch in the world.
That is the biggest
four
stretch.
points. 4 points for Hamilton from 20th on the grid.
Hamilton becoming a driver, the first Ferrari driver to qualify last.
Yeah, the amount of people spamming no. I know. It's a joke. It's a joke. 0 points.
I went for Pierre Gasly, who ended up Where did he end up in the end?
15th, but then 13th now with the
Oh,
disqualifications.
no. I was hoping. he might
Good try, mate.
bag
Yeah,
the
you
point.
thought you got a
Worth
point.
a
No,
shot.
Double
So no
Haas points, though, so that's
Yeah.
something. A big flop. So I went for Lando Norris. And I know some people will be like, oh, but he didn't flop, Matt. Like, he still
did.
finished second. He got disqualified. That is a point. But that's really annoying because we now go over to Tommy.
Who said McLaren and gets the double pointer.
And McLaren gets the double pointer. So
there we go.
that I've won, but at what cost is
Yeah.
basically me getting the big flop for Lando. Pole position, that doesn't change. I went for Charles Leclerc. Sadly, he still didn't get pole position,
And I went for Max Verstappen.
which did not happen. In third place, we need 5 more disqualifications for this to happen. Lewis Hamilton, it was my third place,
And my third place was Lando Norris.
which was incorrect. In second, I went for Max Verstappen, which was wrong.
And I went for George Russell, which
God
is
damn
now
it.
correct.
As if you get another point for that as well. We're so cooked. And in first place, I went for Charles Leclerc, which sadly did not happen. We need another 3 disqualifications.
And I went for Kimi Antonelli, who, of course, did end up on the podium.
Which is mad.
Which is mad.
He
From
literally
17th.
17th on the grid to 3rd. Antonelli is a double Merc podium. So, speaking of, my one crazy prediction was no McLaren on the podium. That's come in.
Well,
don't you dare.
No, joking, no,
Michael
no.
Massey this,
I
Tommy.
know we will.
No McLaren on the podium. They did not finish technically on the top 3. So I am getting a no McLaren, even though Lando stood on the podium.
Oh my
but shush.
God. Yeah, and I said all McLaren pit stops under 3 seconds, which they did, and then probably got disqualified. But it doesn't matter.
You still get that point, so I'll give you that.
Oh my God.
Patreon prediction: Sky Sarah, rookie on the podium, Antonelli coming in with the
wow.
double DSQ down the inside.
So that's-
Championship is well and truly back on.
Wow. Colapinto finishes in the points, so a few more disqualifications maybe, but no, it's a no pointer.
Okay,
So
all right.
actually,
what is-
weirdly,
what-
that made not a huge amount
2,
of difference
3,
because you bagged
4 for
2.
you,
Yeah.
and I scored 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
Wow.
so it's still
No
3
change.
points. That's fine. I'll take that. It was looking
Yeah.
terrible after I backed
You've
Ferrari.
you've basically been Oscar Piastri in this situation where I've been disqualified and you take the point.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go to the family top 3 if we have to, because this is where it gets worse. It's currently 10-9 to the boring Bellinghams. So my dad went for 3rd George Russell, which was correct until McLaren decided to wear their skid into the ground.
Wow. My wife went for Charles Leclerc, which he was 2 tenths off.
2 tenths off.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my God, your
Yeah,
wife
I know.
was 2 tenths away from a clean
A
sweep.
perfect prediction.
Holy-
Absolutely crazy.
Wow, I nearly swore because we're live streaming, but this is also the podcast. In second place, I went for Max Verstappen. No. Oh, no, I didn't. My dad did. Second, no.
Katie went for George Russell, which was correct.
Yeah, well done, Katie. I hope you're happy with the money. And in first place, my dad went for Lando Norris.
And Katie went for Max Verstappen.
Oh, we're 3 behind. With
I can't
2 races
believe
to go.
That is good news though, because so if you missed it if you didn't join us for the live stream, a little story that I told you, Matt, which you found very amusing, was my wife didn't get up to watch the race, but basically, I went in to get this T-shirt, the But Daddy I Love Him Max Verstappen T-shirt. And it's funny because I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm doing a live stream for like 3 hours after the race because there's been some huge drama and I'm wearing this T-shirt. I think she kind of already concluded what might have been about to happen.
Yes.
But yeah, I can't believe she was 2 tenths from an absolutely perfect prediction.
2 tenths
Charles
from a clean
Leclerc
sweep is
dive
crazy.
bomb
Especially when she was completely wrong apart from one until like a few minutes ago when everything was
crazy.
Oh, mad. But well done, Katie. Considering how much she hates doing it. Well
I was
played.
going to say she
she
won't like it because I might have to ring her again and get her prediction.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, look, she scored 2 now, so no, grace for the rest of the season now, because
we might have
I'm going to
to.
have to get Ellie to do like research, like full-blown deep dive into Qatar and Abu Dhabi to try and score some points for
Ellie's
us.
going to be like doing researching the McLaren plank issue and whether it's going to cost them and how much they're going to have to raise the ride height and how much lap time it will cost them for Qatar. That's how detailed it's going to be.
For sure. So the last thing I want to do just before I forget is sort of talk about actually who ended up where in the end. So Max won, George was second, Kimi Antonelli was third, Charles Leclerc was 4th. Carlos finished 5th in the end. Hadjar was 6th. Hulkenberg ends up in 7th. Hamilton 8th. And then Ocon 9th and Behrman 10th. So, yeah, absolute madness. I can't believe this is we've been waiting for so long to release this podcast. But blame the FIA. So that is it. Apart from if you are a P1 patron, where we'll be carrying on for a few more questions and probably just basically just melting and evaporating for the next few minutes to talking about that and everything else that's gone on. But if you're just a normal listener, then thank you so much for all the support. As always, thank you to everybody that's watching live as well. Big W's in the chat for you guys. Tommy, final thoughts, please.
Final thoughts are, I can't believe that's just happened, and the level of hype. I'll obviously, like, as a Formula One fan, I'll always be there no matter what. But the hype going into those final 2 races now, compared to like being like, the championship is a bit shame that it's a bit anticlimactic. Of course, you never know how it's going to go, but my God, the hype in Qatar is going to be insane.
It certainly is, even for Tommy, maybe. So let's see how that goes. Thank you, everybody, once again. And thank you for everyone that's been voting for us for the Autosport Awards as well for Creator of the Year. Really appreciate it. And we will see you very soon. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're back. All right, chat. We are going to go now. We'll record our Patreon segment for our Patreons because they are wonderful and support us and everything else in between. And we've been live for a lot longer than we expected. So let me just quickly shout out a few people that did super chats. Cara, thank you for the P1 YouTube member. Dylan, thank you for the super chat. Everyone in the chat, vote for Matt and Tommy on Autosport Awards. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate you. Just Mandy, the one not in the front row will win the World Championship. Matt Adams, thank you for the super chat. Next year is Tommy's Delusion Tour. I know, right? IOM Jackie, I'll do anything to be a fly on the wall in Red Bull's WhatsApp right now. First time viewer, and I've done sod all since the race because I've been glued to the podcast. Thank you, Jackie. Hopefully we've converted you into a P1 community member. We'd love to have you. The Real Fez, thank you for the Prime. Agara, thank you for the Prime. McLaren are only backing Lando. Ooh, controversial. Mohammed, are we going to hear in December the 5th? No, Michael, that was So Not Right version 2. I think I'm happy. Thank you for the Prime. Andre recalls, Lando, you're going to need the team to win. You're going to need Oscar from Hungary 2024. Ooh. David, thank you for the super chat. Aditya, thank you for the super chat. Game of Clones. Nazarov. William. Matt, thank you as well. Sokol. Yeah, amazing. Like, ridiculous. What a stream. That has been utterly unbelievable. What did we end the YouTube subs on? I need to check because... Yeah, 597,815. Jesus Christ, we're 2k away from 600k. That is mental. Thank you to each and every one of you. You've been utterly unbelievable today, especially this little bonus stream. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We like doing the emergency stuff with all you guys because it's just fun, isn't it, to all share in the moment. Chat, we're literally only a few days away from Qatar predictions and everything else in between. Like,
we'll have to wait till sprint quali to know if Max is still in the title.
I'll be muting Tommy every time he says we'll have to wait, and then we just cut the audio. But yeah, thank you, chat. You've been amazing. There's still 17,000 of you on YouTube. Like, you're just crazy. So big love to each and every one of you for showing us so much support. Leave a like on your way out. And yeah, look forward to the main full podcast a little bit later on the YouTube channel and everywhere that you listen to on audio as well. I need to lie down. I don't really understand where I am or what's going on.
That was insane. I can't believe that just happened.
But thank you, chat. You are amazing. We'll see you very soon. And thank you for the generosity. If you've been someone that has dropped a super chat or a sub or whatever, utterly ridiculous. So yeah, thank you, chat. You're amazing. We'll see you in a few days' time. Qatar watch-alongs, everything else coming from Friday onwards. Okay.